Okay. This is our topic today, nonchalant attitude of Igbo celebrities towards the ordeals of Ndigbo. By this topic alone, it is understandable what we mean by being nonchalant in the affairs or the ordeals of Ndigbo. Because in every society, celebrities always contribute to the welfare of every society. Every society that progresses, celebrities help them to build it or help them to bring it down. But in our own case, it seems that our own celebrities are always being used against us when it is not necessary. For example, everything that has been happening in our land, every kind of attacks, all the killings and everything, all the community invasions and all that, you never hear our celebrity condemn any of them. You never hear them talk about it. You never hear them protest or call for any kind of, overhaul or whatever. For example, even when people bully us on this web space on the internet, you can never hear an Igbo celebrity, come after the person or try to at least caution the person or do something that shows that, oh, we really care about this race. But whenever there is a kind of politics or things that will be used against us, it is these celebrities that are paid to influence the people's opinion. For example, this 2023 election that is coming, some of them are being used to campaign. Most of them are being used now to campaign. They take people from one city to one city to influence their votes and make them believe that, oh, election will hold and you are going to vote, this is the right person, out of their own business because they are paid for it. So this is the topic we are going to be putting our mouth and let us know the solution, what we can do to make our celebrities become active in our face. At least when we are killed, we see people that we at least raise alarm. Because I remember, for example, this during that NSAS 2020, it was actually the celebrities from Yoruba land that made it happen. It escalated from Warri, starting from Warri, Benin and all that, and it came to Lagos. It was celebrities that decided to take the rally, the protest to the toll gate, and they took it there. They blocked before you know it, more celebrities began to come out, more people joined them in the street. And that was only when Igbo celebrities now queued behind them to start doing the same thing in Igbo land. But without the Yoruba celebrities doing it, you can never see our celebrities come out to do it, to show. Even after when the killings happened in the toll gate, everybody was protesting. Yoruba celebrities was also championing it. Of course, our person, DJ Switch, was one of the top people that championed it, that they were looking for her everywhere to kill. But even when she was saying all the things she was saying about the gate, she was omitting Igbo land until when people began to ask questions and all the broadcasts that was happening during our lead at that time was broadcasting on Radio Biafra, asking some questions before the Switch began to started, talking about the killings in Igbo, adding it to the ones she was protesting about. So it is really, really worrisome that these things are happening. So I will, first of all, thank you all for joining. And as you have joined this discussion, you share it, you retweet, you invite others to come so that we discuss it. Now I will start by giving the mic to the co-host here, Maza Rinze. So you contribute before we transfer the mic to every other person here. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, my big brother, for this very wonderful opportunity you have given us today to discuss on our challenges. Without wasting much of the time, I must appreciate each and every one of us here for making our time to be here. I say, may God Almighty always continue to bless us, protect us, and guide us. In Chukwukabiama's name. Now, nonchalant attitude of Igbo celebrities towards Ordeals of Ndigbo. These are our celebrities. They are not doing us good. Let me just say some people, okay? Because I have seen some that have tried, to say something, to use their platform, because using their platform to propagate, on the issues of Ndigbo will help us, achieving our aims. Like sometimes I begin to wonder, some people are saying Ndigbo chọrọ inwere onwe ha, Ndigbo chọrọ nwere onwe ha, Ndigbo this, Ndigbo that, and I ask them, what type of nwere onwe are they talking about? Is nwere onwe Ndigbo different from what Biafrans are asking for? And these people cannot, I don't know, sometimes when you talk, you say, hey, they are this and they are that, they are activists, they are this, they are superstars, they don't want any problem from, some people will say this is their business. Like when you ask some of the Nollywood or some of the actors and actresses, why are you people not using your platform, at least to tell the world what is going on, to this particular set of people. And they will tell you, these people, they are for business. If you call them to do this, they will do it. If you call them to do that, they will do it. They are for business. But their attitude is not doing us any good. They are lacking behind. And for this thing that is happening in Igbo land, for this thing that is happening against the indigenous people of Biafra, we need every sector, we need every hand to be on desk, to make sure that the world know what is going on, because what they are actually doing is a wickedness to us. What they are actually doing is a pure wickedness to the people of Ndigbo, because music, for instance, is another means of sending message across to the world. Movies is another means of preaching or sending out message to the public, to the world. But these people, they don't care. They don't even speak out. They don't even care to know what is going on. But on their privacy, you can talk on them on one-on-one. They will tell you they know what is going on. But why are they not making use of their platform to let the world know what is going on? Some will tell you they are afraid. Some will tell you they are in for business. Some will tell you they don't want any problem because of the way, because of their music career, that once they do this thing, the government will ban them. They will do this and they will do that. But that is not what life is. Most important thing, that we need first before every other thing. So for my own take, I don't see these people, some of them, that they are doing us well, because I have not seen someone who stand tall despite his profile to stand against the injustice, meted upon these indigenous people of Biafra. For instance, this guy from the northern side, like Idris, before, Idris was even fighting more stronger on the side of Biafras than the Biafran artist, than the Igbo artist. And when I begin to ask questions, why are our people so much scared of volunteering themselves to service, to protect their own people? Because what we are doing is protecting our own people. But some people will come out to tell you, they are this, we all are Biafrans, we all are Igbos, we want this and we want that. But they cannot speak up. They cannot use their platform to tell the world what is going on. And for instance, let me just say, like Flavor, the other time, Flavor just tweeted something about the sit at home in Umahia during one of his music this thing. Now, why did some people of his fellow artists, his fellow musicians, couldn't copy him at that moment, at least to follow him up? Why must it be only one person? And when somebody, like one person, come out to do something now, other people will relax. They will go back. They will start seeing that only person that is saying that thing or doing that thing as somebody who is insane or somebody who doesn't know what he's doing. So this, our Igbo artists, they are not doing us any good. They are not doing Ndigbo any good. They are not doing Biafrans any good, because we need them to speak for us. They relax. They play it safe. They feel I don't care. They don't talk. Do you understand? So for me, These people are not doing us anything, and the only thing that we can do to make them start doing something, they already know what is going on. But the question is, we need to begin to call upon them. We need to begin to call upon them. Anybody that we get hands to, that we know that is a hardcore Igbo, that we know that the person, stand for, maybe he's saying, I love Ndigbo, I love Ndigbo, but you are not using your platform to speak for the interest of Ndigbo, then we will treat you as an enemy. Because look at them now, during this election now, P2B that is coming from Ndigbo, all the musicians like P Square and all of them are now jumping up for P2B. Now, they forgot how many of them use their platform to campaign for the killings of Ndigbo by the Fulani herdsmen. None of them use their platform to campaign, to tell the world that this thing that is happening against his people or her people is too much. But now you have reached to election, maybe, like I said before, some of them say that it's business. They have seen it as their business. Now, if you send money to them, or maybe if you bribe them or you call them for whatever, they will follow you. So these people are not doing us any good in times of freedom. That is what I want to say. These people, our Igbo artists, they are not doing us any good in times of freedom. When we talk about freedom, when we talk about Ndigbo, they think that Ndigbo is by political, somebody from Ndigbo going for an office of presidency. That is not Nweronwe of Ndigbo. What is the freedom of Ndigbo? Ask yourself. They need to ask themselves this question. Are they fighting for the freedom of Ndigbo, for the freedom of Biafrans, or are they fighting for a freedom of a personality? That is what we need to begin to ask them. Because most of them know the truth, but because they are afraid, they cannot come out to use their platform to fight for the freedom of their people. Thank you, my brother. This is what I have to say for now. And I would also like to give other people a chance to speak so that we continue. Thank you very much. And I hang my mic for him. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. You have spoken well. Sources, as you are welcome. Please, if you have anything to say before we move on the mic to another person. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, Nazi Justice. Good morning, Arinze. Good morning, our indefatigable Chamaka, Rafa Jare, and all Biafrans present here. I welcome you all to this space once again. Yes, the topic is really something we need to ponder about. I could remember the struggle of the South African. Majority of their musicians, or let me say their artists, projected the South Africa plight, the anti-apartheid, the war against anti-apartheid before the world, even though they seems to be ignored and all those, but it's part of it. They created much awareness. Pick Lucky Dube from there. I look at his one of his track, Freedom Fighter, Stand on the Mountain, in a foreign country. The song was directed to Mandela, and from there the world began to see the plight of the South Africans. There are so many songs did by Lucky Dube against anti-apartheid. Against the apartheid. And not only Lucky Dube, even back home here, in Biafra land, let me say in Nigeria, in quotes, we have some regular artists who as well joined the struggle for South African liberation from the apartheid regime.
That was Majek Fashek.
Yes, Majek Fashek and the Raskimoni. Kill Apartheid. These are some of the songs used to fight the apartheid regime. And back to Nigeria in 1999, when Ajegule songs was reigning, people like Idris Abkarin, people like African China, Super White, Haji Bright, these people use their song to tell the world what is going on in Nigeria, to fight the government. And the government of Olusegun Obasanjo were like then sitting up because of how they were being even the women, those women who cannot read this Lagos Ibadan Expressway gutter newspaper can hear it from the song that Nigeria Jaga Jaga by Idris. Can hear it that our government battle by African China. Can hear it from African China, Mr. President, lead us well, and so on and so forth. But let me tell you what they did. They push in money into the music industry, having known that yes, it is a way to end their useless and corrupt way of eating money or embezzling money. They push money into the music industry, and instead of the music industry to promote sanctity, to promote to give birth to same country or same nation, all you are seeing is singing about naked, dancing naked with ladies and young girls, taking them to hotels and shoot movies about whatever different thing that can actually destroy the society, which has as well destroyed Nigerian youth up to date. Burna Boy, Flavor, that Flavor changed his music styles, and the rest. We are reigning because of the nonsense songs that emanated from them. One of the Flavor song, you all know, I can't mention those useless songs here. But does that song really have any impact in the society? Like, does it have any impact in the society? He's not speaking in allegory. He's singing it directly, and he's just acting it the way people of under 18s can watch it. And those under 18s have grown up to become the sex hawk workers we have in the society today. That is why it is being transformed to hookup. These are the things that the music industry, the movie industries has impacted in our lives. The Fulanis, let me just get the northern Nigeria use Islamic law to protect their society. But in our Christian society, we say it's a free world. Anything can come in. So the effect of these musicians we are addressing today to the Biafran people is of highly negative impact. And I don't think they have anything good to offer. That is why each time
Looks like your network is hanging. Tarinze.
Yes, it's like network is bad. All right. Host, can you hear me? Host, can you hear me?
Looks like we lost success.
The success is back. I said you can start hosting it from here. I'm trying to do something on this thing.
Okay, can I quickly make a little addendum to what Success said earlier? Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Success has really elaborated on this, and the way he spread it across was very, very, he hit the nail on the head. From my own angle, I want to.
Who is speaking?
Sorry, speaking is
Yes,
Raphael Chiamaka.
You can't hear him.
You can't hear me? There must be a network issue then with some people.
Yes, we are listening. I'm hearing. Go ahead.
All right. So let me quickly make my submission. I want to speak from my own experience.
Why am I not hearing? I can't hear him.
Yeah. Maybe. So please tell him he should maybe refresh his system.
That was an attack. Let him try to refresh.
Yes, I can hear you, but I cannot hear the other person.
Yeah, let me make my submission very quickly. So, me back in the zoo before I left and I ran for my life, I used to be a Nollywood actor, a registered member of um, Actors Guild of Nigeria. And the truth is that so many of my colleagues have become completely nonchalant when it has to do with the freedom of our people. You know, this is an industry that boasts of majority from the Biafran side, but it's so pathetic that some of them have decided to be mute right now that they are supposed to be speaking and be showing concern as to what is happening to their motherland. You know, one of the few of them that gave his voice a little bit about what is happening to our leader Mazin Amdekano, who happened to be Kanayo or Kanayo. With respect, I appreciate him for what he did by speaking up to the impostor in Asorok that they should free Mazin Amdekano. But I saw a post from him. You know, that one of them is such a disappointment. What's his name?
Please, is he still speaking? I can't hear anybody.
Yes, he's speaking and I'm hearing him.
Yeah,
So I don't know, maybe it's from your own end.
yeah. This.
That was an attack. That was an attack. That was an attack. Okay, just try to see if you can
Please tell him
rephrase.
that I'm speaking. That he should just allow me to speak. When I finish
Is it
speaking,
me that will refresh or him that is speaking?
No, Mazijim,
Justice,
hold
allow
on,
me to
hold on.
finish. Tell
He's
him to
still
allow me to
speaking and
finish.
the people are hearing him. So let him just finish up so we can
So
know.
what?
Because anything you do from your side now will affect everybody. Just wait.
So tell him to wait. When I finish, you will hint him that I've finished, so that then you will tell him. Then I will back off and allow you because I'm actually in a very busy place. So, like I was saying, um,
Sorry, Mazraf. Sorry, Mazraf. Please, kindly wait for my submission when you finish. This is a son of the rising sun. So I'm here as a good in good. So please, what I will also chip in is something that you also need to take home, please, sir. Okay?
who is this person?
Son of the rising sun. Son of the rising sun.
Mazi Chamaka Jere, this guy is saying that once you finish saying what you are saying, that you have to wait a little bit before you go because he have something to contribute, which we need also your attention.
Good, good,
You
good.
know, it's
I'm
either
not
by
leaving the
addressing.
space. I'll be listening. I'm at my place of work. I'm not
Okay.
leaving the space. I will be in
Okay.
the space throughout the duration. I may not be able to speak all through. So let me use three
All right.
minutes to round up. So while
Okay, go
what
ahead.
I was actually trying to say is that the industry that I belong to happen to be an industry that the zoo pride themselves of. They pride themselves of Nollywood, and Nollywood happen to be a blessing, supposed to be a blessing from the east, supposed to be a blessing from Biafra, because Nollywood started with living in bondage, which we all know. Kenneth Okonkwo and the rest of them are the people that made this industry what it's, they gave it the glory or whatever it has today. But no matter the glory of Nollywood, it doesn't change anything about Nigeria. Nigeria remains a dilapidated system that can never be revived. So I was trying to talk about my elder brother and colleague, Kanayo Okanayo, who had spoken and had given his voice to the happening and the kidnapping of our leader Mazin Namdekano, and spoke to the authority that they should allow him, free him. But recently I saw a video where he was now giving his support to the people B and now telling the people that they should fight and they should stay put wherever they are, and that there's a way he put it which I cannot really point it out exactly, but he was telling them that their strength is needed to stand and fight. But I want to tell Kanayo, with due respect, that if you are standing to fight for Nigeria, you are going to lose your life, and you're encouraging people to actually lose their lives for nothing. That energy you used to fight for Nigeria that you know can never be saved. Every effort to save Nigeria has ever failed. That energy must be devoted and must be, given to fight for your freedom, which happen to be Biafra, because it's only Biafra that will free the black man and will free our people in Biafra land, only fighting for Biafra. Because every effort to fight for Nigeria will all end up in futility, and there will be casualties upon casualties that will never stop. So please, I want to encourage our celebrity, my fellow celebrities. Yes, I know I am not at the class of celebrities, as it were, but I featured in some of the movies that made waves in Nigeria before I left over 20 years ago. So please, I want to encourage my fellow Biafran celebrities that this is the time you are needed the most. But I want to tell you that if you fail to act now, you fail to do something, you will regret it eventually, because you will suffer more casualty, because this zoo will happen to each and every one of you, and it will be too late then when you begin to call for help to come and give your voice when it is late. Now it is time for you to give your voice for the freedom of Biafra. That is what will pay you more, because no matter how you try to fight for Nigeria or you support P2B, P2B you are supporting. P2B, has given his sympathy to Gumi, who has said that killing the terrorists, will not be supported, and anybody that will kill the terrorists should not be voted for. So now P2B, how is he going to make, resolve that issue? And he needs support from Gumi, who is supporting the terrorists. And this is the time you people should wake up and understand that there is no way you can support P2B and be safe, because supporting P2B is a danger to you, because right now those terrorists are already targeting people that are supporting P2B, because they believe that P2B is an Igbo and P2B is Biafra, which P2B have distanced himself from, but cannot separate himself from who he is actually, because he is a Biafran. And the more you are denying Biafran, the more you are making yourself a fool and disgracing yourself before these terrorists, because they know that you are Biafran, and they begin to call you an idiot, because how can you, a Biafran, be distancing yourself from who you are? What you should fight for now is Biafra, because it is only Biafra that will save you. And it is only legitimate for you to fight for Biafra, because the whole world have already recognized Nigeria as a terrorist state. United Nations, United States, everywhere know Nigeria as a terrorist state. A country where the Minister of Communication, a very delicate ministry, is headed by a terrorist, a known terrorist that cannot hide from it. So please, my fellow Nollywood and musicians that are of Biafran extraction, please stand your ground for Biafra now, because the earlier you do it for motherland, the better for all of us. God bless you. I submit for now. I will come back when I need to. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Mazi Dim Justice, Mazi Chamaka Jore have just finished speaking. And without wasting much of the time, I want Good in Good to quickly, say what you want to say concerning this, so that Mazi Chamaka Jore is still here with us. Thank you. Unmute yourself, Good in Good.
Okay, thank you so much, my people. I really appreciate this very moment, and I'm grateful to be in your midst. So this is the spirit of our motherland, truly uniting us and ensuring that our freedom is being placed on the at the very, very front line of everything. Above all, that we must achieve our freedom. Come rain, come sunshine. So Mazi Chamaka Ajere is someone that I respect so much. I follow up his program, and oftentimes I communicate with him. And so for Mazi Chamaka to know who is speaking with him, I'll give him my coded name, which is Son of the Rising Sun. Son of the Rising Sun is the one communicating. So my name here is Good in Good. So now, there's something I want us to understand in this very struggle. All warriors are doing fantastic work. Everyone on the side of autopilots are doing great. I must tell us, and spiritually, it is very, very clear, because I'm this very person that I've given all to God, and God communicates with me oftentimes the steps to take and who to follow. Before I joined this very agitation, I must tell you I was late. If not, I didn't join because I love Mazinam Kanu or because I love Simon Ekpa. No. I joined because I was led to do so. And many of us here, and many our brethren out there who are doing great things for the actualization of our freedom, joined because they were led by God. So this thing is a battle between the spirit and flesh. And spirit is recruiting. The spirit of our motherland is actually recruiting people into the fold. So I don't want us to be distracted. This very topic is very awesome, very good. But I want to point out a few things for us to hold on. If we look at the whole movement, right from our able father, Nnamdi Chukwuemeka Ojukwu, how he started. He stood his ground because he doesn't want his people killed like animals. So the decision he took then, he placed his life on line. That he rather die than to watch his people be slaughtered like animals. How many joined him then? Many people ignored his call and even died in the north. But few that are wise joined him. Now, look at how they later ended the war with propaganda and with starvation. And many people became afraid when the war ended. Though physically they said it was ended just on paper, but codedly the war never ends up to date. And that is why, by God's grace, it's going to be end. It will end this year. Now, when the spirit entered Raf was really, see how he ended it. Let us be following this as I'm mentioning it with the leaders. And then you know the point we are and what God is doing greatly and how far we have come. Now, when Wazirike picked it, and he was speaking with authority, he was so bold with the spirit. But however, the criminals that worked with him cornered him, and when he was arrested, now they betrayed him. And after all, they went to DSS and said, look at the men that you think that they are with you, your soldiers that have surrendered. So are you going to come out and say that you are fighting it all alone again? You will just waste your life. You don't have armies again. They have surrendered their weapon. Then the man became perplexed and dropped the agitation and collected settlements to lie low. Now, the spirit entered into Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and said, the Mazi said, he rather die than watch his people being slaughtered. Watch it again. Now, they connived against him again, and he was arrested. Just to play the same card against him again, to silence him. But thank God that he was so much sold out to the spirit. Now, he did not sell out to the human, but he sold himself to the spirit of Biafra, that what may, he rather die than to sell out to human. So now, and that is what that kept the struggle. Now, when they sold him out, they also would have brought the list again with those who said that they are doing a political negotiation. Now, they might have showed him and said, so person is now with us. So you are the only one left now in this very dungeon. Would you still continue, or let us negotiate? We pay you, name your price, we give it to you. Just name your price, we give it to you. And the man said, no, even though if they sell out, I won't sell out. I've told them I won't betray them. I would rather die here. If you want to keep me here, keep me here forever. If you want to kill me, kill me. That would have been the voice of Nnamdi Kanu in the dungeon. And they kept on watching. Then the spirit then shared himself into two and entered Simon Ekpa. The man Simon Ekpa then started speaking, and the voice could radiate very well. And people like Mazi Simon, Raf Ajere, and Aparawa Sonia and all that rest picked it up. The spirit keep on sharing itself. And many of us here, Mazi Success and the rest and the host, you know, the spirit kept on penetrating. Do you know what? The celebrities let's not give them a blame much now. You know why? The spirits have entered few of them. But what they are afraid of is, should what happened in the time of Owazurike, like let me start from our father, Ojukwu. Should the struggle end up like a Ojukwu? Would they lose all they have labored for to start as a square one again? Remember, after our father Ojukwu fought the fight, all the Igbos lost their wealth. They lost their ground in the zoo. They were given 20 pounds. Even if you have 1 billion naira, you were given 20 pounds to start life afresh. Tell me, that was a zero. Not like a zero, that was a zero. Now they are afraid of that. Now when Wazirike pick up again, he ended up being settled off. Now people who fought with Wazirike lost their life and their resources. And thank God for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now these celebrities are watching. Would Nnamdi Kanu sell out again? But if he do not sell out, you see these people will become more bolder. Our prayer is that let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out victoriously and you will see a game changer. Remember, let me tell you one of those things that you also watch. Let us watch this. When Ayindon joined those criminals, DOS, and started blackmailing the sit at home that Mazi Simon Ekpa called. He started doing that very kind of a crocodile tears to weeping sentiments because he was deceived that not the main IPOB, that Mazi Simon is not working with the main IPOB. He was deceived by the criminal DOS and he switched into their corner to condemn the sit at home. But when he realizes that men are actually with Mazi Simon Ekpa, what did he do? He quickly went to the Facebook and apologized and made peace with Mazi Simon Ekpa. Now, after he made peace with Mazi Simon Ekpa, now they went to started attacking him. That, hey, so you are now saying that you are not man enough because you have been pressurized. You have started, you went and started apologizing to Simon Ekpa. You know, kind of like that. They started frustrating the young guy. That are things that these musicians are facing. They are trying to gain their ground. They are trying not to lose both sides. By the time that the fire is sustained to the point of whereby it is so glaring to them that the Biafra is on the winning side like 80 above them, above the zoo, or 90 above the zoo, you see them, they will switch. At that time, they will become Biafra openly forever. So these are things that we have to watch. If look at a flavor during the sit at home, do you know what he did codedly? He posted his picture while he's at his house and said, sit at home. What does that tell you? In other words, all his fans following him will copy immediately. That this one that Flavor is sitting at home. Let me sit at home as well.
It's good and good. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
It's not be upset that I interrupted you. You continue from where you stopped, but I want to make correct an impression.
Okay.
The topic of this is purposely named Ndigbo. You did not see Biafra there. Understand?
Yes.
Now, it's only somebody that is alive that we see tomorrow, or we won't talk about tomorrow's fame or wealth. It cannot tell you you are afraid because of whatever or anything. Why people are killing your people into extinction? You are relaxed, waiting for them to come out or waiting for Biafra to come so that you become bold like a tiger. Doesn't make sense to me because people have to live to have that opportunity. Yoruba people fighting for Oduduwa Republic. They are not in good terms with Tinubu and all those political opponents. Understand? Like I said, because that you see the attempt of MSAS is because of Yoruba artists. People like SARS and people case, the switch took over. The only way the switch came into the scene was because he he covered the killing scene. But when you want to talk about the people that really made NSAS work, you talk about SARS and others. And after that killing at the toll gate, SARS came out boldly, speaking to CNN, taking it upon himself as an activist, trying to make sure that justice prevailed. But how can our people, in the name of being celebrities or wanting for their own selfish interests, you are allowing your people, about 100 people killed in Ndigbo, Enugu State. None of them spoke out. People killed youth. How many of you killed in Imo State? None of them spoke out. Ehamu has been under attack since. They are not speaking out. Is it when their family members are all killed? Who would they now become the celebrity? Because it's people that are supporting the celebrities, it's not the government. If we don't buy your music or don't watch your movie or don't see you in that high esteem, you wouldn't have that chance to be the celebrity. So if your people die, if all of them die, who are you now going to be the celebrity to?
Okay. Yes, Mazi. Hello, Mazi.
Yes, I can hear you. Continue.
Okay. Now, try to get where I'm coming through. It's not that the Igbo celebrity shouldn't speak up. But watch this. I will also bring some points here now. You see that very answers. When Mazi Simon Ekpa was speaking through his teachings, expositions, I grabbed some things and it was very, very deep insight that he brought out from it. He said, those who champion NSAS are criminals. And that is the truth. Though the few people that are celebrity then try to make him pass, but however, why the international body and the government were much heavy on them is because they see them as much of riffraff and criminals. Who are those people who fought the NSAS? They are the Yahoo boys. And that is the truth. Who are the SARS going after that time? It was Yahoo boys. If they see you with laptop or you are looking fresh. So they are much attacking those Yahoo boys. But however, innocent people became a victim in between. So that, those who are, even in the zoo force, many of them are criminals. So they started killing even innocent when they see that you have money in your account, even if you're not Yahoo boys. Hence, they corner you, they will definitely not let you go. And if they see that if they collect from you and you're going to expose them, they will kill you inside the forest, inside the bush there. So it's more, the zoo are criminals in their own angle. The Yahoos that they are going after are also criminals. So now those musicians, watch how these people do. Yahoo boys are the ones who sustain the musicians. So, and if anything is happening to the Yahoos, they have their cliques and they're the one that shut down clubs. So if anything is happening to their team and you decide not to speak when others are speaking, they will start to be attacking you and telling you that they are the one that make up your fans and you will lose your fan base. And that is the truth. And that is why these celebrities came out that time to say that even though what the SARS are doing is wrong, yes, and but these people, some of them are Yahoos, and but they can't zero all of their cry that is nothing, that is not truth. There's also element of justice that is needed there. Even if somebody is Yahoo, try the person in court, be convicted. Don't just do extrajudicial killings on them. Now, these are people who prompted NSAS. Now, DJ Fars, why Fars was able to speak very well concerning that very event. Do you know why? Because his father, he has a very strong backing in the nation. His father is one of the senior lawyers that is so respected, and he has ground. You can't do him anything. If another person should tackle governments like the way Fars does, for another celebrity to try it, the way they'll pick him and treat him very badly. In fact, others will fear. But Falz used the privilege of his father very well. That he is a son of somebody. You can't intimidate me. You can't do me anyhow. So that was the privilege. And if any Igbo celebrity should do what Falz does, then they will cripple him within overnight. Because who will fight for him? We do listen to
good and good. Excuse me.
Okay.
Excuse me. We don't romance ugly situation here. You call a spade a spade. We don't defend criminals, and we don't defend somebody who is lazy just because he is lazy. He chooses to be lazy. You gave us a background of how things unfold within the sectors of the celebrity. Yes, we agree. I understand, but this your last defense does not hold water. Let me tell you, it is only those who are alive that will live to sing or to act a movie. Let me just cite an instance with you. Do you know why they attack our YouTube channel? I'm likening now. Am I coming out clear?
Yes, you are coming out.
All right. Okay. Now let me use that our YouTube channel now to now tell you how irrelevant the celebrity seems to be in the eyes of this is not only a wealthy person in Nigeria in the Biafran extraction. They hold your wealth. The cabals hold your wealth. They hold the key to your wealth. Exactly what YouTube did to us. When YouTube know that yes, we are waxing great. The message is going. What did they do? They have to bribe YouTube to take us off air, thinking that they will succeed. But they didn't succeed today. So that's naturally how the wealth of every Igbo man is in Nigeria. They will decide when you'll be rich. They will decide when you'll be poor. So now what do you have to do? You have to choose between life and death. You have to choose between light and darkness. You have to be determined and make up your mind. Those who go into activism, do they have double heads? Are they not human beings? And you're telling me that if they should go into, is the government the one giving them funds? Go to fight the government that they will lose their funds. Who is the fan? It is exactly what we are doing here now. We are sanitizing the society of the negative impact of actors, actresses, and all actors to the society. What they are injecting to the society is what kept our society this way today. And this is what we are talking about here. That these people these Igbo celebrities cannot come to speak. Not only the music aspect of it. Okay, now just check Obi Kubana. He's a billionaire celebrity. Just trace the lifeline of those that Obi Kubana are following from Abakiare. All of them are Yahoo boys. All are Yahoo people. And they kept spreading money to our people, diverting the attention from what they're supposed to do. This is what we are here now to liberate the mind of our people from. Following these idiots, having known that they are not part of our freedom. They are against our freedom. That's why they cannot boldly come out to speak. It is not about who have lawyer or who don't have lawyer. The best lawyer is the nature. The best lawyer is the nature. When once you are doing the right thing, the nature will keep fighting for you. So now we are trying to wake the conscience of those who still have soul in them. Those not those who their soul have died or so to devil. We are trying now to wake the consciousness of those who are still alive to come out and speak. Speak. Otherwise, these people you call fan will one day desert you because number one, they one day know that yes, you are putting them in bondage. And that is why you see them following Obi. Why are they following Obi? Because they were mates, they were stuffs of the politics. That's why they are following Obi and leave our leader Nnamdi Kanu in dungeon. So do you think if Onyen do suffer all these things and come out and we get Biafra, do you think these people will not pay for their for what they did to the mind of Biafrans? They will pay dearly. So those who still have conscience that is going to tread in their path, we are calling them now. I don't know them by name, but they are hearing us. We are calling them to retrieve their step because those who have gone beyond them, before them, will end in a very miserable way. The same way, if they ignore this very message today and follow them, all of them will end in a miserable way. This is what they are saying. We are not talking about excuses, who have lawyer and who doesn't have lawyer. Anybody who wishes to speak will speak because he has the mind of the people. Not those who are being powered by the government. They are giving them millions. They are telling them what to do. If you sing, you will take it to them. They will filter the song. They will tell you, okay, do this, do that, and all those things. You inject to the society. The poor ones who don't know what you are doing to them, they are there thinking that you are just a celebrity. They are not celebrities. These are political scavengers. They know what they are doing. So we are calling on them. We are calling on them to come out, retrieve their step, because what happened to Igbo politicians, Igbo billionaires, will happen to them. I'm telling the truth. Will happen to them. Those who have projected our image in a very bad light. It will definitely happen to them. So we are telling those upcoming ones now. They are the people that we are preaching to this, not these idiots, P Square and all of them, Two-Face, all of them. Not them, because they are already political tools. But we are not telling those who are upcoming now, retrieve their step. Know where you're coming from. Come out to fight for your freedom. And that's all. So it is not to these people. Please don't give any excuse why these people should be indolent. Why we put our life at the verge to fight for their freedom, and after they come and tell me that they are this. Turn that we kill all of them. I'm telling you the truth.
My success. Thank you so much for that submission. Let me quickly round up here with this. Thank you so much. I really accept your own angle, but let me just make this very submission here. You see, to tell you that Peter Obi and those who are championing his cause now, just like Mazi Samonaipa said, that there are people who are looking for safe havens for their criminalities. Because Peter Obi promised them that the Yahoos, that he won't arrest Yahoos and begin to send people to kill them, that's what the zoo government is doing against the Yahoo people, youths, are wrong. That he will engage them and turn that their energy and ideas into a productive one, whereby those ideas that they have in doing criminality, he would convert it to be doing good. So that is why they are singing praises and following him. But here, he's deceiving them. Because when he gets there, the game will change. They won't be the one dictating again. It's the Fulanis that will be dictating for him. So he will just be a figurehead, just like other presidents who have come on board always be. So, and that is what his foolishness could not allow him to decode. But the power that is intoxicating him is driving him wrongly into wrong direction. That is one. Now, look at what these few celebrities have done. And I will use this person as a few people as an example. Somebody, this very guy, our Igbo brother, his name is, popular stage name is Basket Mouth. Basket Mouth, to tell you that, if not that this place is an open place, but however, let me just put this public because of few of us that we may not have access to interact. Basket Mouth decided that he's not going to participate in this election. What does that tell you? He's in the side of Biafra, but he can't come out openly. That is why I told us that these people, some of them would be doing something showing that they are supporting, but they may not be able to come out openly because of their enterprise, so that they won't lose in both sides. But however, when it gets to some stage, they'll come out openly. I know why I said that. But however, you said that they shouldn't be coward.
Yes. My brother, 1 minute. We cannot wait for them. We cannot wait for them. We cannot wait for people.
And I understand. Let me just finish this.
The mistake you are making is, not being able to separate being diplomatic and being, fully loaded and has something into this. We are not talking about, I'm not telling them to come and join the Biafra struggle. Even if they join, it is not a bad thing. Understand? Even as they are in the Nigerian music industry, they are not going forward. Have you seen Igbo musicians growing? Tell me which Nigerian musician is bigger than Flavor? What Flavor is doing is practical music. Practically. Understand? But how many awards have you seen they give him in Nigeria? Are you talking about Flavor? Talk about Techno. Techno that you see most of these big artists, big Yoruba artists that you see, Techno give them music, Techno produce their music, Techno, you know. So they cannot be bigger than what they are today. But the only way you can be bigger is by knowing your source, knowing who you are, identifying with your people. Understand? Fight for your rights. It is not going to take you anything. Do you understand? So we are not saying that they should come and say they are Biafra, they are freedom fighters. It's not everybody that will fight for the freedom. But at least that's one that you are supposed to do when people are dying. People are dying. Your people are dying. Okay, look at the other one. The other time, I don't know some of what is the name of that actor in Imo State that Ebubago people went and kidnapped his father, and he was calling IPOB. That was only when he was speaking out, saying because his father was kidnapped, because his father became a victim. He now knew that he would talk about. He was praising IPOB, thinking that IPOB would be the one to save him. Do you see it? So we mustn't wait for things to go wrong before you condemn what is bad. What is bad is bad, and what is good is good. So when you ordinarily make a tweet and say, "Oh, my people," just simple tweet that you would tweet or make a comment and say that condemn something, so that the world will know that what is going on here is not in the right. That is why nobody hears our plight in Igbo land. If the whole televisions in the world are reporting our everything or every scene of violence or whatever in every part of Africa, they are not reporting anyone that. But nothing has happened any other place more than it is happening in our land. Why? It doesn't mean that we don't have people. The only way they are still hearing about us is because of we now that are in this struggle. But what happened to those celebrities? Those celebrities, a single tweet from them can tell the Igbo people in America following them that these people are really suffering. That is the only way people can hear us. Understand? So there is no excuse at all for them to condemn what is happening in Igbo land. If people die, condemn it. Nobody likes killing. Nobody likes his people to die. That is what we are saying here. Be diplomatic. We're not telling you to come and join Autopilot or join IPOB in freedom fighting. No. Do what you are doing. But at least when it comes to that part, condemn it so that you are not becoming the politicians that made you. So that's what I'm trying to make you understand.
Okay, yes, Mark, thank you so much for that submission. So I'm running up here. I think what we also need to do now is, just like a basket mouth that I'm trying to cite earlier, what he did was to tell them that he's not interested in this zoo election. So he decided to put his program outside the country. So he decided to host a program outside the country on the date of that very election. And you know what those Yahoo boys and criminals, did? So they started attacking him. That why should a basket mouth put a program on election day? Why should he put a program on, a show on election day outside the country? They started attacking him, saying that they will make sure that he loses his fan base. That who is a basket mouth, that they will make sure that he loses his fan base. Now, those are part of the attack. But however, he made his point by doing what? Showing that he has no interest on the zoo election at this very point in time. That is one. And what we also have to do is, let us start reaching these people privately and tell them that if you are not going to support openly, make sure that you are supporting secretly. Secretly support these very movements. Now, if you can write those who are on ground can submit letters at their houses or however we do it. Tell them that don't speak against our
please
movement.
make it snappy, my brother. Please, I'm sorry. Make it snappy. Other people are waiting. Please, you have taken much of our time.
Sir.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Yes, I'm submitting now. So that if they can't support openly, they shouldn't condemn openly as well, just to please the zoo or the zoo fans. So, and they should also endeavor, because this very freedom is for everybody, it's for all of us, that they should support secretly. by their actions and their inaction, they should support. By their resources or however they will do it, they should support. So I think we should start entering their DM to talk to them. So I believe they have understanding as well. And some of them are already trying to swing it to our own direction in order to do what? To fight for the freedom. Thank you all. And this is a nice movement. Thank you. God bless.
All right. Yes, mute the mic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your contribution. And as my brother, Mazidim Justice and Mazi Success have said before, they have corrected you already. Yes. We want them to use their platform, because the issue of Biafra now is not something that somebody can stay and be waiting till when will you support. Now the Biafra have given a countdown, have made their stand open, because a lot of people were asking, what is your roadmap to this freedom? How will you achieve this freedom? Now we have told them, we have given them that very roadmap, that the only way we can achieve this freedom is by stopping to participate in Nigeria election, which is coming up next month, February. And we have declared a 1-week sit at home during that election, that if we don't participate in this election, it will be a clear evidence to the world that these people are willing to be on their own, they are willing to exit Nigeria. And we have played out everything, necessary thing that the world need to, at least that will give us a credit of exiting Nigeria, because Nigeria have confirmed to the world that they are a terrorist state and they are killing people. So we do not have anything again like these people, these activists, these Igbo activists have nothing, to tell us the reason why they are keeping silent. It is a pure wickedness. Even if they don't speak about Biafra, what of the Igbo? What of the Igbo people, where they come from? The musicians that come from Igbo, they kill people, just like Mazidim Justice said. They kill people at Enugu. They kill people many places in Igbo land. But Fulani herdsmen are killing people, taking the video, posting it. Yet these people cannot use their platform to condemn these very killings, at least to speak for the Igbo people where they come from. And if you talk about freedom of Ndigbo, what is that very freedom of Ndigbo? Is the freedom of Ndigbo a political movement? This is one thing that they are missing to understand. I don't know if they know, but they don't want to speak for their people. All they do is just money, business, money, business, money, business. And that is what we are saying today, that these people are not doing us good, and we are going to treat them like the enemies of Ndigbo. You understand? It's only those who speak for Ndigbo that will gain our support, because now Biafra is already, we have declared the day that we are exiting Nigeria, and nothing can change our mind. Yet they are still waiting for what? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there in detention for them, for their own freedom. Yet they don't even care. And you are telling us that they are doing this, they are doing this. This is wickedness. We need to call it by the name. Wickedness. This is pure wickedness. They don't love Ndigbo. They are from Igbo. They don't love Ndigbo. All they do is just, anything they do today is main pure business. And Biafra is not about business. Biafra is about freedom of the people. Ndigbo are dying on a daily basis. And the only thing that can save Ndigbo is the freedom of Biafra, which is also the freedom of Ndigbo. So thank you very much. As I will give the microphone to the next person to speak, I don't know, Mazidim Justice, do you still have something to say about this?
Well, I don't really have much to say about it again. The only thing I think is that it's the solution we are finding. Yeah. Once you are contributing, you also bring in what you think we should do or we can do to make sure that this is limited or we stop it. Because they cannot continue to keep silence or maintain absolute silence while their people are dying. So the only thing they do is when they get the exhaustion, they run out of the country and relax in America or in any other place in the diaspora and begin to enjoy themselves, forgetting their homes. So, and their careers are not growing. That is what the main thing. Because if they are growing, if their careers are growing, that is when all those things they were good and good said would be justified somehow. But their careers are not growing. They are just stagnant. They cannot grow in Nigeria anymore. The only thing they do is just some of them that are female, they lure them into different things. Some of them that join cultism, some of them that do other illegal this thing like pushing drugs or doing whatever. And some of them that sleep with politicians and all that in order to so, and that is why their mouths are sealed. So, and when you look at our Igbo culture, Igbo musician, Igbo everything, even when the Nollywood was found, you know that we have beautiful things there. And the Nollywood was founded by Igbo, the Igbo people, and they're still holding it down today. But is it growing? It's not growing. Instead of doing things that are necessary, they are bringing down our culture, painting, giving us, putting us in a bad light. So is the only option is for them to begin to wake up and know that there is nothing more they can gain from Nigeria or as Nigerian celebrities. Supporting Biafra doesn't mean that your career will die. After all, Skibo is the only person I know that he has day and night he has been calling for Nnamdi Kanu's release. And they recently Annie Dons. Understand? Then other people there, Skibo have not died. Understand? You're not going to. Why are you going to kill him for saying that you should release his brother? Is he not his brother? Even if Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist, is he not somebody's a sibling or relative? Or am I going to, because you are a thief and now deny you? I cannot do that though. If you are a thief, you are still my brother because you are my blood. The only thing I will do is that I will tell the Lord to take his charge. But there is no how I will just abandon you because you are a thief. I did not. If you go to jail, you serve the justice will serve. But I will not abandon you. I will make sure that you are feeding. Because I will not abandon you as my blood. So why are they abandoning their people? As in making other people to think that these people are really terrorists or they are not, they don't have people. It doesn't make sense. Even during those exercises that I was talking about, Flavor Nabania, the way he took the thing to Enugu State, I know even this has got in good. He said, I personally have had some interactions with some celebrities closely. Understand? I know what I'm talking about. And I know how they are even complaining about the Nigerian music industry. So that those them that are musicians, they are not happy. They are not happy. They are not happy because they know their right is not given to them. But how can their right be given to you in another man's land? Because you cannot go down to your place and find your. There was if you listen to one interview that Duncan Mighty made in BBC Igbo, was it not in 2021 or something? You will notice all the things he said there. We are not growing. We are not, even the industry in Igbo is not growing. So what are you still waiting for? You are waiting for who to do it for you? We're talking about all these awards they are giving. Most of them were funded by Yoruba people. And you are telling me they will just leave their people and give it to you. Because you are doing one Nigeria. So if you really want something to work right, you have to take risk. It's people that will fight now. It's not. You are not waiting for me now to, after the sleepless nights, I do everything. Our men die, finish. When they finish dying, you will now relax and come out as a king or queen to claim celebrity. It doesn't make sense like that. And we are not going to allow it. If you don't recognize us when we are in sorrow, don't come when we are happy, because you'll be a stranger. It doesn't make sense. So what we are talking about is the solution. How are we going to tackle this? How are we going to get to them? If there are the ones you have the personal contacts or WhatsApp contacts, you can drop them. You can drop it secretly. We can send them letters. We can, even if we can even organize meeting with some of them to talk with them, to speak, to know exactly what all these things can happen. We can do something. Let us stop relaxing. We can do something. Let them start recognizing our plight. If they cannot identify with Biafra publicly, let them identify with their people. Somebody that's from Urobo land is from Urobo. When your people die, they condemn it. If people die in Igbo, somebody from Port Harcourt, condemn it. You are somebody. You are Igbo land. If somebody die in Enugu, you are from Enugu. You are a lesson. See Kenneth Okonkwo, have you ever heard him? He's the man jumping up and down in all the televisions, talking Pito, Bala Blue and all that nonsense. But have you ever heard him? Have you ever heard Kenneth Okonkwo condemn any attack at the Falcon or at the Yamu for in Soka his place? All these things, does it make sense? Does it really make sense? So it doesn't. Because even if he become the governor of Enugu State that he wanted to become, or House of Reps or Senate that he wanted to go, even if he become it, it's people that he will still be his this thing. You are killing those people. You are allowing the people that will vote for you to die. Is it when they finish dying? Because it's okay, because we are doing something. Okay, what if all of us now, do you know me? Do you know what I do in the society? Do you know how what I, But it's not really everybody that can really relax. Everybody have the things they are doing. Just like Simon Ekpa is doing. He's a professional in his field. He has many professions and he's risking it. Can't you see how the whole fellow Igbo people are fighting him to bring him down? Do you think if Simon Ekpa should come to any African country, he won't even survive? They won't even register him to Nigeria. They will kill him there straight. That is to show you what he's a professional. Those people that you are saying they are celebrities, they are protecting themselves. They are not bigger than Simon. In any way, they don't even reach his shoe. But Simon is there. See our leader. Our leader left everything. His parents have died. Everything have died. Python danced, everything killed. They tried to kill him in many ways. They couldn't get him because it has a divine undertone. So it's not like we that are doing this and are foolish people. Let us we are not foolish. So they should not relax. Our cross. They will not be in the face. We'll be waiting because people killing it. They will discuss it and say it and discuss it in the secret. Why people are dying? People continue to die. Is it when we go into extinction as a people that they will begin to speak out? So let us find the solution. Please, Simon, remember again, please unmute yourself and speak. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Mazi Injustice. You've spoken well with a word of wisdom. And I appreciate everyone who have spoken here.
Yes, please, pardon me. Make an important this thing here. Please, once you just finish speaking, I will bring you down while you will be listeners. Then I will bring other people up who wants to speak, please, so that here will accept everybody. Understand? So thank you very much. Please go ahead and speak.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, as the topic implies, we are discussing the celebrities and their behavior towards the fight to set the people free from the danger that has befallen them in their daily living, of which when I say them, we are all included. The thing is, when in the face of danger, some persons try to protect their own personal interests, the selfishness. One of the speakers said that the celebrities, they fear to risk what they have labored for. Nobody here is a child. And nobody here that has not labored for anything in this life. People who are not celebrities, they have labored for something. Everybody has something to lose. The same way, the celebrities are fighting to protect what they have labored for in the musical industry. That is the same way someone out there is fighting to protect his mother, who is in the village from Fulani herdsmen. So everybody has something to lose if the fire goes out of hand. So the issue of celebrities keeping quiet when people from their own kindred, people from their own ethnic nationality are being slaughtered, I think that is not a reasonable thing to do. You can recall in the Bible the case of Moses. In the book of Hebrew, it said Moses, when he came of age, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. We all know the story of Moses. But he said he chose to suffer with the Israelites than to enjoy the pleasure that lasts for a moment in Pharaoh's kingdom. This is how to identify with your people. Mazin Andekano traveled all the way to London to educate himself, to make a future for himself. But in the process, he realized that the value of a person can only be recognized as a collective. It is not when somebody is doing well, a black man is doing well somewhere, that he's valued. No. You look at Mike Tyson today, he's a bosser, everybody knows him. But with his influence and everything, are black people in America free? Are they not shooting down black people? Are the policemen in America not pulling black people over and shooting them down like dogs? Are the policemen doing the same thing to Russians? No. Are they doing it to South Koreans? No. Why is it only Africa? The skin is not the problem. Our skin is not the problem. The problem is in our mind. It is how we choose to handle the affair that is before us. When they kill your people and you are scared of speaking out because you want to protect what you have labored for, you have failed woefully. That makes you lose everything. Dumego Ojukwu chose to fight to safeguard the life of the Biafrans because he don't want the people to be killed anymore. The speaker said everybody started afresh. Their wealth were taken away. It is better to die fighting than to live for hundreds of years on your knees. This is what our people must recognize. And when the celebrity said they are scared that the Yahoo boys will not invite them to their show again, that is not an excuse. It is person that is alive that will go to a show. A dead man don't go to a show. So what I'm trying to say here is everybody's hand must be up in this fight. Nobody will stay back. Nobody will sit on the fence. Today you see celebrities in Nigeria, they do video with American artists. They bluff. They show themselves. How many of the celebrities in Nigeria would be able to shoot a video in Ijo River? Make the hands up, make we see them. How many? Can you take a yacht to Ijo River or Baramatu and be shooting video for who to watch? Before you come and save the kind oil, the oil spillage will go destroy what you wear. You can never, you will hate yourself. So when we talk about a good life for everybody, they are all included. These celebrities that are hiding under their beds, they will enjoy it even more. Because they will do shows. How many people now, if not, okay, now you are talking about Yahoo boys, not calling you for a show. And that becomes the biggest excuse why you cannot fight for your people. Put Yahoo boys aside. If everybody is doing well, would you depend on Yahoo boys who are criminals? So to say, because the government pushed them to criminality. You will not depend on any Yahoo boys because the nation is good. Everybody is doing well. So there is no need to be scared of fighting. People who fought before, they all have something to lose. Jonah was sent by God to deliver a message in Nineveh, but instead he entered the ship going to Tarshish. He was running away, but he thinks he can run. You can run, but you cannot hide. There was a storm during his journey, and they cast a lot to discover that he was the problem. That thing he was running away from, he finally went and embraced it. The fish swallowed him. 3 days, the fish conveyed him to the corner of Nineveh to deliver the same message he was running away from. So repentance comes from hard lesson. Many of these people who are hiding today, giving you excuses that it cannot work and we want to wait for 80% people. What more is 80% than countdown that is now 45 days to go? I don't understand. I don't understand. You want to be like Peter Obi who want to do audio calculation, or the practical one that you are seeing that is counting down? We are counting down practically, and you are seeing the work being done. The Nigeria is sweating, but we are still waiting for 80%. Is it audio 80% or visible 80% that you are seeing already that you are waiting for, that you have not seen? Why are you still sitting on the fence? This is my question to the so-called celebrities. They are not scared of anything. The strongest backing you can have is the backing of your people. It is not Faz. Say Faz, his father is this and that. Nigeria can do his father win right now. Faz's father will disappear. They are leaving him to talk. He's a human rights activist. Father, if Faz's father, Falana, has such influence that speaker talked about, why did Faz's father not release Ezazagi? That he was blinded in the prison. He could not do anything. So Nigeria leave you to be displaying, to be entertaining, doesn't mean that when they mean you, they will not come for you. So forget about excuses, whether Faz have a defender or not. It is not an excuse for any musician not to speak for his people being massacred and slaughtered and at the verge of extinction. So there is no excuse for that. You can also recall the Jews were confronted by a certain law that is not healthy, and they were to be killed. And Esther was in the kingdom of the king. And Mordecai heard the message. The letter was given, and he came to Esther. He said, do you not hear what is happening to the Jews, the dangers confronting the Jews? We will be gathered and killed. And don't you think it is time to speak up? If you go to Esther chapter 6, verse 14, he said, if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance also arise, the Jews from another place. But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed. And who knoweth whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as this? So if you are a celebrity, whether in the movie industry, whether in the music industry, whether in the comedy industry, it doesn't matter what industry you represent or you hail from. You are there for a reason. You must use your talent. If your talent cannot help, you cannot use your talent as a tool to help to liberate your people, then the talent is useless. I remember when Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe took the land back from the British farmers. The land they forcefully and cunningly took from the Zimbabweans. Mugabe made a land revolution. And during that revolution, he killed many white people and he took the land back from them. That is the reason why the economy of Zimbabwe is suffering today, because the man stood up and did the right thing. But you see people who believe they are Africans, taken away through slavery to Jamaica, those artists, reggae artists, they get the ones singing. You go and look for Bob Marley, Zimbabwe. You say every man has the right to stand and choose his destiny. And in his judgment, in this kind of judgment, there is no partiality. So we must put hand on each other's shoulder, arm in arms. We fight this fight together, because this is the only way we can liberate ourselves. So nobody should be left behind. Nobody should give an excuse why he is not fighting. Everybody must fight. Mazina Dekano can as well just keep quiet while he was studying in UK and refuse, but he knows he's a human being. He has a soul. That is why he took up the fight. He knew that everything was not going well in Masob. He has to make sacrifice. Do you think he was hungry? He was not hungry. He has a landed property. He was not paying rent, so he could save his money and live good with his family and keep quiet. Nobody will hear of him. But he chose to put everything aside and fight for his people. Today he is suffering for us. He's in prison. Not even a celebrity of Igbo descent can come out and say, okay, let's even make 1 day protest or 30 minutes protest to call, or let's just make a video, 2 minutes video to call for the release of Mazina Dekano. I remember when P-Square tweeted, the one with dreadlock, during NSAS, when this thing has not touched them, they don't act. The reason why the celebrity organized NSAS is because SAS does not have respect for anybody. They target both the poor and the rich Yahoo boys. They target musicians and anybody. That was why they took it upon themselves, not because of show. No, It is because SARS had no respect for anybody. And they say, fuck SARS. We came out. Everybody, Tiwa Savage, they organized that NSAS. And everybody came out because SARS affected everybody. They shoot anybody who dress well. If you do workout and you look fine, you are a target for SARS. SARS was just a human hunter. That was why they came out, because the thing affects them. Now they believe they live in big cities. They live in good homes in Lagos. This thing is not affecting them. You see everybody quiet. But when one of them now is being kidnapped, you will see everybody will come out. Hey, release this, release that. Let's take, for example, now, Chiweta Lago. He was doing the right thing. He put on the Biafra regalia. And he was taken by the jihadist soldiers. You see how everybody came out. So everybody can as well come out and demand for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody can as well come out and demand for the people's justice. Like somebody said, if you cannot support openly, support secretly. We are not people like all these criminals we chase that from IPUB who will go and give your information out. We are not saboteurs. Support secretly. There is a way you can support. The hymn writer said, if you cannot preach like angel and you cannot speak like Paul, you can tell the love of Jesus. You can say he died for all. There is something you can do. So there is no excuse anywhere. There are people who are fighting for Biafra genuinely today who are homeless.
Please round up.
Okay. So what I'm trying
Biko, happy now. Oh, Biko, this my brother is. In fact, I am sober. Speak,
okay.
Please. Biko, happy when you speak here. Go ahead, one minute.
Okay. So these are the things we need to look into. You search your heart. Is your silence killing somebody? Because anybody that goes down, a generation is gone. Any young man that dies, a generation is gone. So how long shall they kill us while we are standing aside and protecting something that amounts to financial value when life is more important? You're telling me a musician is protecting what he labored for? Did a musician labor for life? Can a musician create life? If you kill an ant, you cannot give life to an ant that is dead. How much more a human being? Number one thing that you need to protect is human being. And you left all that behind. You're telling me you entered the studio and you sang a song that people now recognize you as a famous artist. Now you are protecting that fame that you will die tomorrow. The army can just target you and kill you. My Lafia is not alive today. He called for 2-week sit at home for Christians to determine the number of Christians and Muslims in Nigeria. Who is more? Who are more? People did not respond. In the end, they know that the man was targeting something. They killed him. But he was there. He spoke out. He said, do not take what I'm saying for granted. I have served as a governor of a bank. In the end, they assassinated him. But before he died, he gave the message very clearly. He that have ear, let him hear what the Spirit says. Does he not have something to protect? Today is his wife not a widow? You must pay a price for something to happen. Let's not deceive ourselves. So every musician that is listening to the voice of this discussion today should be sober, should think, should reflect. This is the time. If there's ever a time to fight, it is now. If there's ever a time to speak up, it is now. Not when they have killed everybody, you will not come out. No, it does not work like that. So let's move on together. Let's move on to contact the people that need to be contacted. You have the influence to do something. The light went off in Ghana. One female influential artist came and he tweeted just one tweet. Everybody light candle. The street was flooded. Because of that, they brought the light back. A tweet can do something. A donation can do something. 30 seconds speaking can go viral and affect many things and create a lot of awareness so that there will be no excuse. So this is what I want to contemplate. I want to contribute to this discussion this afternoon. Thank you very much for for giving me the
Please,
mic.
please, can I request, last speaker,
Yes, go
please,
ahead.
I would like to have your contact, please. I really want to speak to you later. Thank you very much. Biko, this is
Okay,
Raphael Chiamaka Jerry.
thank you very much. I will.
Please, yeah, please. I would like
Okay.
to inbox me your contact, Biko. Thank you.
All right, I will do that. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, my brother. You have spoken well, Mazi Simon. Thank you very much for your wonderful contribution. Without wasting much of the time, you have said it all. Let's move to the next speaker, Noble, our own Mr. Noble. Please unmute yourself and speak to us. Thank you very much.
Udo dịrị unu ụmụ Chineke. Ana m ekele gị Maazị Arinze and all the listeners and all the speakers. It is a good thing for us to gather in this forum to share our views and iron out our differences. Without wasting much of our time, on the issue of nonchalant attitude of Igbo celebrities towards Ordeals of Ndigbo, I want to go a little bit far to ask us that if you have been on Google, you will find out that the 10 top Nigerian actors, out of the first 10 top Nigerian actors, 7 are Igbo origin. And among these 7, we have Pete Edochie as number 1. Nigerian governments have awarded him MON, Member of Order of Niger. You see that there's no way he will like to forfeit this honor, this award, to speak in the favor of Biafra or Ndigbo, because he wants to go with the title MON. But later Shebe denounced and renounced and rejected his own honor, his own award, and returned it back to federal government and said, I don't need this because you are treating my people bad. In the list of those, you see number 2 in that list, according to Google research, you see Osita Iheme. He was awarded the MFR. And you see the same person, the same thing. I think he was the one whom I heard his elder brother was shot in Imo State some time ago, joining a political, going for a political meeting or thereabout. But all these things, you cannot renounce this award and speak in the favor of Igbos. If you go through the list, you will see Genevieve Naji. Before you see Mercy Johnson, though Mercy Johnson is not Igbo, Nkemowo, Patience Ozokwo, who has earned a lot of awards. You will see Olu Johnson, Olu Jacobs is not an Igbo. You see Ikedeoha, Chinedu, Richard Moffett, Ndigbo is from Delta, Zubi Michael. These are the 10 most top actors in Nigeria. Then, if you turn to the other side, the 6 top celebrities, we have Pato ranking. Officially, his name is Patrick Nemeka Okorie from Ebonyi State, an usher in Ebonyi State. You have Joseph Benjamin, Linda Ikeji, John Okafor. Then you have the Yoruba guys, Omotola, Jakande, and Wizkid. So among these 6 top celebrities, they are Igbo. About 4 of them are Igbo origin. Now, during the time of Bob Marley, he kept fighting for the blacks, using reggae music to tell the whites that the treatment they are giving to blacks are not fair. During the apartheid regime in South Africa, Lucky Dube, Mariam Makiba, Brenda Fassie, and a host of South African musicians, they used the art to tell the world what they are passing through. Most especially the young lady then called Brenda Fascia. He said, shoot them young. That was during the Soweto students' riot, the Sharpeville massacre, and most of all those things. They use the art, the music, to express their feelings, the situation their people are into. And the world was listening. We were young at that time, as early 80s, 70s. We bought those CDs, listening to it. So what our actors and our musicians, singers are doing is because Nigeria has made us to believe that anyone that was able to get 1 million naira, we never like to lose it. The problem we're having that kept us in this bondage is our belief in material things. The Igbos who are living in North, when they look at the building they have, they say it's better they stay as one Nigeria. Yet, you stay as a slave. And that is what I love one of our brothers who was going through the scripture, telling us about Esther. They believe that it's better they sit down in their comfort zone and enjoy the 1 million or 2 million or 10 million. Now they're answering millionaires. But you are a slave in that situation because you have no rights of your own. A small boy in the North will rise up and destroy something in your shop, and you cannot do anything. You can't even talk. Otherwise, they round you up and burn your house, and in fact, burn all the shops along that area. You can't do anything. So our musicians, they're just comfortable on their own zone, forgetting that all these things you're doing, you're living in Lagos, you're living anywhere, you're a stranger in that place. There's no place like home. So if they can come out like Chiwetalagu did, and begin to show the world that our people are in bondage, our people are suffering, like the Simon who spoke the other time. Do you know how many young men who are dying on daily basis? People like Kenneth Okonkwo is singing Hallelujah for APC. All of a sudden he decamped and he joined P2B and he's singing P2B. But they don't go through history to see that these things were not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere. Azikiwe keeps talking about one Nigeria. He died without being recognized. He never became a president of Nigeria, even though he's just a ceremonial president. Aguirre died as one Nigeria. Ekweme died believing in one Nigeria. Should I start to name them? Jim Wood is living, believing in one Nigeria. And his bank, Savannah Bank, was rubbished. Innocent Motors is believing in one Nigeria. But we all stood up to fight for him when they wanted to crush him. The IPOB under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stood up and said, no, it will not happen. He cannot take his company to Kaduna or Lagos. It must be in Igbo land. And now he commanded the Igbos who are banking in with, what is that bank again, should withdraw their money. And that bank fell within 1 week. People withdraw their money. So why can't we apply the same thing now to disfollow all these actors and the musicians and the singers, whatever they are, all those blah, 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 blah things they're doing, we start to disfollow them. We begin to unfollow them, We begin to let others know. Let us separate from them unless you identify with us. Unless you identify with the struggle. Use your music. Use your other things. Show the world that your people are dying. People like Peter Edochie was able to earn even this award because he acted the novel written by Achebe, Things Fall Apart. That is what brought him into the limelight of acting. He forgot that it's Achebe that wrote those pieces that made him what he is today. But the same Achebe returned his own honor because he felt that Igbos are not treated well in the Nigerian nation. What is he doing with the award? MON. And that is why many of them cannot speak out. That is why they are afraid to lose what they have. But they are losing it. Maka Ndigbo si na ome mgbe o mere isi o mego ntị ma ọnụ ebepụ isi ha ncha pụọ. They are feeling that they will survive if anything happens. They will not survive. It will affect everybody. Mgbe Igbo amara onye atụrụ ya. So I'm telling Biafrans, lovers of freedom, if our celebrities, if our actors, and all those people who felt that, even businessmen, if they felt that identify with us, there's no problem. We're all in the same problem. Majority of them are moving, cannot move out freely as usual. Even some of them who go to some rural areas, some forests to do their recording, whatever, they can't go because of the Fulanis have seized the forest. They're afraid they will kill them there. So who is cheating who? What are they protecting? You can't go into the forest as usual to do your thing, your recording as usual. Are you going to carry a mud tank to go to there to protect you? So it is high time our people begin to reason properly, to see that the road they are towing is not the proper road. The book of Proverbs says that there's a way that seemeth good to a man, but the end of it is very dangerous. So I'm talking to Biafrans. I'm talking to lovers of freedom. We have one major thing to do, and that thing is to continue this fight. We may not win by 1 million people. We may not win by 500,000 people, but we can win with God leading 100 people. As Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, he need only 100 men to get Biafra. And I believe that 100 men are those who stand on their ground, despite the criticism, despite all the name calling, despite all the wrong things they are labeling on them, to say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released and on Biafra we stand. There's nothing that will redeem Nigeria. Nothing on earth. Nothing on earth. I'm saying absolutely nothing will redeem Nigeria, because Nigeria has gone beyond repair. It has gone beyond repair. So there's nothing anybody who is believing in one Nigeria can gain. If Obi, after ruling, left, it will be like other people. Obasanjo stayed 8 years and left. What happened? Is there anything good coming up? No. Another person is waiting for his turn, because they call it national cake. Stealing in Nigeria is called national cake. You go, you take your own. Monkeys, baboons, they drop banana for. Everybody goes scrambling, taking whatever that he can take. And that is what our politicians are doing. All those guys who are singing for Peter Obi, all of them are believing that Peter Obi, what can Peter Obi do? He cannot do anything to redeem Nigeria. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Because the first redemption is redemption of conscience. How many Nigerian politicians got conscience? Many of them they've lost their conscience. They've lost their conscience. How many are they killing on a daily basis, even using their own political talks? Look at Ikenga Imo. Because he spoke to federal government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Politically, he was targeted. And they just vandalized his house, destroyed cars, tried to kill him. But I'm happy that he was not deterred. And that is what it's supposed to be. By the time you do it to 3-4 people, you'll be tired. And in every revolution, people must die. Go and read the history of revolution. Check France's revolution. Check every revolution that have ever happened in the world. People must die. But at the end, there will be something good that will come out of it. People will sit down and say, now we have won this battle. Let's sit down on a round table and discuss the way forward. We better our society. We put things in order. We think of how to develop our people. Well, the first development that we need to do is the development of the mind. The Biafrans need the development of mind development, because our minds has been destroyed. Our minds has been made dull. So we don't think properly. We don't reason very well again. So all our mind is how to get million, how to build house. But you don't think of how to, sustain what you have. What you have. You don't think of how your children are going to be free, walking in a free society. We don't think of how we will walk on a good road. Why do many of them travel abroad to have holidays and all the rest of them? Honestly speaking, when you look at a country like Norway, since I was in Nigeria, I've never seen somebody who is a Norwegian living in Nigeria. I don't think there is. When you look at Switzerland, I've not seen a citizen of Switzerland in Nigeria, living in Nigeria. Name them. Unless few business people who just come to say, okay, I've heard that this kind of business is in Nigeria. They come and take it and they leave. When they want best medical treatment, they travel abroad. But you have all this. Why are you traveling abroad when we have doctors? You know, sometimes when I debate with some people about Christianity and all the rest of them, they say churches have destroyed Nigeria. I say, what of engineers we have in Nigeria? Why are they not constructing roads? Structural engineers we have. Why are they building a house and within a year, 2-3-story building will collapse and keep people inside the house? It's because of the mindset. We're only concentrating on how to make money. We don't concentrate on restructuring our lifestyle. So, my dear people, Igbos, let's first restructure our mind first, rebuild our mindset. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have taught us a lot of lessons. They have reawakened us. There's something that happened in around 13th century or thereabouts. We call it the Dark Ages. And after the Dark Age, it's come with a Renaissance, which means a rebirth. It was the rebirth that brought about the development we see in Europe today, in the Western world. People wake up from slumber, from dark ages. They started thinking of how to build house, upstairs, story buildings, how to develop cars, how to build bridges, how to do this. They started doing it until now. They come to what they call, they started moving out of Europe, crossing rivers and oceans, coming down to Africa. They started dividing Africa, owning their own, taking this part, taking the resources to go and develop their place. When are we going to start to think in that order, instead of on how to what we gain today and we die tomorrow and leave it for no man? If you go to the Islamic religion, one thing they have used in buying the mind of every extremist is that if you die fighting for jihad, you will go to heaven, and in heaven you will marry 7 virgins. But where does that happen? Do God have women in heaven? No. The Bible made us to understand that in heaven there is no woman, there's no wife, there's no husband. We are all like angels. We are all equal. One sex in heaven before God. But they use it to deceive them. And that is why they are fighting, so that they will die and go to heaven and marry 7 virgins. But that is a fallacy. That is fallacy. So, my dear people of God, I don't know if I'm taking much of your time, so I can give space for other people to talk. But I want to say that, my people, we must continue. We must continue. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much. Justice, you can unmute yourself and speak.
Okay. Good morning, my brothers and sisters from here. And thank you, everyone, the hosts and the co-hosts. My brother Raf, thank you for being here. The topic of the room concerning the nonchalant attitude of our Igbo celebrity. It comes down to what Nigeria is. Nigeria breeds criminal, and every facet of Nigeria is bound with criminality. And when you have made fortune from this criminality, it becomes
Did we
difficult
lose
for
him?
you to.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Maybe I'm the one that lost you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So Nigeria breeds criminals, and every part, every sector of Nigeria, somebody mic is on.
Speak, continue.
Yeah, I'm getting feedback. Somebody mic is on. Okay. So when you look at Nigeria, every aspect of Nigeria is built with crime, including these celebrity people we are talking about. Who are these celebrities? How are they making their money? Is it only what they are doing? Somebody like Kenneth Okonkwo, we know when he started, but today what do you have it? Somebody like Kanayo. These are people that are supposed to be speaking, and we see them as a celebrity. But in Nigeria, for you to become a big celebrity with a lot of money or something, you will get into mingling with criminals. You know, when Master Simon Eba will tell you what Nigeria brings is criminal, you think it's a joke. So when you make your fortune from this particular criminality, it becomes difficult for you to let it go. But what we can tell them is that it's time for everybody to say, no, enough is enough. We can't continue like this. Nigeria have pushed us to different kind of crime. But now, we can't allow our children to inherit this kind of rubbish. If you watch, a few days ago, there's this guy called Alhaji Musa Nedu. Go and look at what he said about all the celebrities, how they make their money, what they do because of the industry. You understand that these people, they don't rely on me and you for them to make money. They might sing a good song, they might act in a good movie, but when this desperation to make money, when this desperation to package, when this desperation to buy a house in VI, SETI, forget about it. So when we are talking about freedom, they don't see the freedom because what they see is money. So when we are talking about our liberation and we think that we can make these people to help us get this liberation, we're going to wait and all of us will die. That's why we can talk to them, we can send them messages, but to be honest with you, we're not going to rely on these people. Because if we rely on them, we're going to be in trouble. Because what Nigeria brings is criminal. So in whether entertainment, whether in government, for you to make it, you must compromise. That is the structure of Nigeria. You must compromise. And if you don't compromise, you cannot make it to this thing. Go and check also in that interview of Nedu. There's another guy there. He will tell you what they told him to do for him to make a limelight when it comes to entertainment industry. These are things that goes on in Nigeria on check. Nobody pay for it. So it's hard time.
Please, just permit me to ask which of the interviews you are talking about. If we can get the link, at least to.
I think it's a podcast by this guy. What's his name? Alhaji Musa. I think I will check for it.
Yes, if you get the link, you can send it to our inbox. Then we can.
Okay, I'll go back to check for it. So it's hard time we realize that Nigeria make people to become desperate for money. For them, money is everything. But for us, immediately you believe in this spirit of Biafra and spirit of Nigeria leave you. The first thing you will realize that freedom is greater than everything. It makes you become fanatical about freedom. It removes you from all these kind of scam that our people rely on. Because if you have the spirit of Nigeria in you, it makes you to lie, even when something you're not supposed to lie. Because from that time, you are in Nigeria, from the passport you carry, what unites Nigeria? Ask yourself, what unites all these Nigerians that are believing in one Nigeria? It's only one thing that unites them is the criminality.
It is time now to begin to add Nigeria as one demon that should be casted out from people when you pray for them in churches.
Yeah, because
we cast out the spirit of Nigeria.
Because if you check what unites anybody defending Nigeria, because let me give you an example. If you tell me now, oh, Justice, you are an Yoruba man, I will say God punish you. I'm not a Yoruba man, I'm an Igbo man. Even if you go and tell those one Nigerian is criminal, tell them that they are Igbo man. When he's from Yoruba, you tell him that he's an Igbo man. He will curse you that, why are you calling me a Yoruba man? If you say Igbo man is a Yoruba man, he will curse you. Why are you calling me a Yoruba man? Because nobody wants to take that identity called Nigeria. But only thing that makes you to take that identity called Nigeria is when you are involved in criminality, including our example is our pastors, example is our politicians, example is these celebrities. Because when you involve in criminality, that is when they say, oh, Nigerians are criminal. Anywhere you see them, they are criminal. But go and tell that one Nigerian is that you're a Yoruba man while he is an Igbo. He would not agree. He will tell you I'm an Igbo man and I'm proud of it. One thing unites them. That's why they support one Nigeria. Because in Nigeria, it covers them to continue committing crime. Nigeria covers everybody that believe in it to continue committing crime. Because immediately you separate yourself from Nigeria, you are free from crime. And you expose yourself for this Nigeria to kill you. That's why you see them. They celebrate 419ers. In the days of somebody like Victor was the Ezego of Iyal. What is their business? Go and check that history to hope of them. All these people are criminals. Why do I able to be in Nigeria? Because Nigeria tried to cover criminality. So whenever you separate yourself from Nigeria, you will now see and look back and you watch what Nigeria have pushed you into. And you begin to see the true color of Nigeria. But as long as you are still in that cover of Nigeria, that's why many of them don't want Biafra to come. Because Biafra will make them relevant. Biafra will expose them. Biafra will put them on check. So when we are looking on this celebrity, my brother, we're going to wait for a long time. We can do our best as we are doing. You can see everybody, everywhere is shaking, everywhere is panicking. Even without the celebrities, we are doing what we are doing. In a little way, we are doing it. But the whole Nigeria is on fire. So the time will come, they will realize what they did to themselves. Time is coming. Like Simon Eber said, he said, we'll force everybody to this war. Because when the whole thing will scatter, everybody will be start running helter-skelter. You will not be, nobody will tell you. Because when it starts, nobody will tell you that, oh, say, Tipana, you have to find your way. So in Nigeria breeds criminal. You don't know how evil that country is. That's why when I see some of our brothers still believing in one Nigeria, I cry. Because if you know what Nigeria planning for you and your children, you want Nigeria to end the next minute. Because in that Nigeria, your daughter, your son cannot get employment. One Aboki in Abuja will want to sleep with your child. For him to get, you can't get anything in Nigeria if you don't know somebody. You can't do anything if you don't know somebody in that office. And I was asking some of our brother in America, I said, that job you have now, that you are using to build house in your village, that you are using to send $100 to your brothers and sisters in the village, do you know anybody in that office before you get that job? The answer is no. But in Nigeria, is it the same? So when you look at the evil of Nigeria, so go and look at everybody you want to call your celebrity. Kenneth Okonkwo, do you think they will be relevant? Some of them, some of these celebrities, are you not seeing them dying with different kind of sickness? And when you will see them again, you see them, they are poor and broke. That's the example of Nigeria. But if you compromise, keep compromising, you'll be being on the limelight, like Kenneth Okonkwo. He now see from acting, now he's in politics. I know a few years ago, he was shouting, Buhari is the best thing that ever happened to Igbo man. Buhari is this, Buhari is that. But today he's singing Peter Obi while he still carrying his APC card in his pocket. You cannot survive in Nigeria if you are not getting involved in criminality. Go and check. 95%, you cannot make it. So let us, we that have come to realize what Nigeria entails to our children, we're not going to look at anybody's face to do what we need to do. We can talk to them. They know what, all of them know. You think they don't know? They know. But time is coming. Everybody will answer his father's name, because nobody will tell you when this whole katakata starts. That money you want to make, when COVID came, even if you have a concert that they have paid you $1 billion, even when COVID came, you have a meeting that if you have that meeting with those clients, you're going to make $1 billion. Immediately there was a shutdown. Was you able to do it? The answer is no. So when people say, oh, let's see how serious they are, and I ask them, why can't you lead the fight? Oh, Nnamdi is not doing it well. This way he's doing it. Lead the fight now. Simon Ekpa is not doing it. Come and lead the fight. None of them. Today they are telling us, oh, Nnamdi was better than Simon Ekpa. And I sent one voice of Nnamdi to someone today. I said, check this voice and check what Simon is doing. Tell me what is different. Because a black man will always find a reason to fail. He will always find a reason to be at the bottom. If you go and meet those celebrities you are talking about, they will give you 100 million reasons they are not talking. So let's forget about them. Talk to them good. If you have their contact, talk to them. But we have to encourage ourselves. We are doing well. We are doing well. And the only fear Nigeria have now is people like us. Because when you stand on this, it's not easy to stand on this side we are. Because everything, even your family people, will go against you. That's why I don't jealous Simon Ekpa, because you can't stand at that position he's at this moment. Most of us, the position we are now, many people cannot stand it, because black man doesn't have that mental capacity. That is why I respect somebody like Nnamdi Kanu. When he told you on his last broadcast, he said everything will fail you. It seems that everything is coming, all the attack is coming from left, right, and center. That you cannot even bear the pain anymore. But at that time, what do? You go to your brain. You go and hold your mental capacity. That is where you're going to win the war. This time, we have to encourage ourselves, build that mental toughness. That's what we need. We don't need this celebrity. Like, it takes few good men to win this war. It takes few good men to win this war. Go and check. It doesn't take all the whole people. For us standing on this side, let us encourage ourselves, pray for each other, and make sure all these saboteurs in our midst will fish them out for the victory. Surely the victory is coming. I assure you, if we do what we are doing now and we are consistent, the victory is going to be for us. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Justice, for that your assertion and well preached contribution. Yes, I will have to say that we need them. We need everybody. We need everybody to begin to speak out. We need Hope of them. We even need the Ekwensu to come out and be speaking. So they said we need that unity of purpose. Because once we put all our voices together and speak, it will have a very big weight. It doesn't mean that we are going to wait for anybody. We have not been waiting for most of us, or some of us have been in this struggle, since 1999. Like I can remember, people like Paul Omubiko here has been in the struggle since that, 1999 during the Wazirika time and to counting. Some of us have been since 2014. Some of us have been in 2015. Some of us 2020. Some of us 2019. So some of us even came in this year. So it does not mean that we are trying to point out all these things. Does not mean that we are waiting for anybody to do what is right or to fight for our rights. No, but we are trying to awake them. Let them begin to do the right thing, so that Obuhombe Ojolunjo on your side, you begin to find who we. And believe me, once you are standing with the people, you don't have anything to lose. The only way you have things to lose is when you kill yourself with politicians that impoverish the people. Because if those politicians are going down, you'll be going down with them. Because if people like Hope Uzodinma now, the way I see him as Hope Uzodinma, that is against everything humanity, I see the celebrities around him. Those celebrities are automatically my enemy, or I see you around him, because there is nothing you will tell me that will make me believe that you are not working against me, or he's not using you against me. So when you are able to identify with the people, there is no how you will lose. There has never been any government in the world, any power in the world that has fought the people and win, unless if those people are not coordinated and united or focused, resolute. The reason NSAS failed was because Nigeria, there is nobody that can die for Nigeria. Dying for Nigeria is a waste of time. It's just stupidity. You can't die for something that is not existing. Nigeria expired in 2014, and if somebody will just come and stand, okay, those people that have died, have you even heard where any of them was buried? Or some of them even denied them. I remember one day I was in somewhere in Nigeria. I moving to Abuja on a vehicle. When we reached a point like that, army point like that, the way the army man was speaking, he made this very clear that they don't care about humanity, about you. If you die, you die, Sarah. He was boasting how they killed people, in Zaria. They killed about 700 people in Zaria. He said, "Nah, me kill them, nothing happened. No. We kill here, nah, me kill them, nothing happened. No. We kill here, nah, me kill them, nothing happened. No. We go shoot you here, die, Sarah, and nobody will come for your head, for your corpse or something." You see how they are boasting about that. So it is dying for Nigeria is not, nobody should be wasting time trying to redeem the image of Nigeria. Nigeria is dead and buried since 2014. Can't you get that? So what we are saying is that everybody must begin to rise up. Everybody, so people must begin to, we need everybody to begin to speak out. It is very, very important. Thank you very much. And senior man, you have to make your own quick so that other people can speak. Unmute yourself and speak. Thank you.
Yes, I thank everyone in the space. I remain senior man, and I say, may everyone that have found the opportunity to be here.
Yeah, please, the host, help us and mute your mic so that we can hear senior man.
Can you hear me?
Yes, senior man, go ahead and speak. We are hearing you now.
Okay. I just want to appreciate everybody and your contributions. I reasoned with all your contributions, and they are so wonderful. They are so beautiful. After listening to your contributions, I asked myself, where will I now engage myself? What next will I say that will make sense? Then I remembered something, that there are so many people that will think they are celebrities because they have been celebrated by, by few persons. Probably we see them sing in the televisions, we see them act movies. We now call them celebrities. You can call them celebrities anyways, but for me, they are not. Because they have not affected my life positively. I have no reason to celebrate them. I have nothing to say or to prove that they are celebrities. Of a truth, you may look at them as celebrities, but they are not. We have a lot of them that have been benched. They could not do, or they could not go further because of one thing or the other. just because of what or where they put their hands on or in. I want to thank Nnamdi Kanu, my only leader. Then I want to thank Master Simon Ekpa, the only spokesperson that I have that can speak for me. He's very authentic. And I like everyone in this house that have decided to voice out. It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. I want to remember also Ikonso, who died. I also want to remember those that are in custodies of DSS. I want to celebrate those that are passing through hell now as a result of one attack or the other. These are the people I call celebrities, because the world can talk about them. You are now spending much of your money in this space. You are a celebrity. It could be that you are not out there in televisions, playing, dancing, naked, and all the rest. People will be hailing you, what a wonderful person. You are not a celebrity. You are just a clown. But I look at those that have sacrificed, those ESN, those alliances, those that have decided to put in their sweat and their blood and their money and everything as celebrities. And I look at myself as a celebrity because I'm on ground. You may not understand what is going on. We are dealing with them. Men are dealing with them. I want to appreciate everyone. I look at you guys as celebrities. And I want to thank you all. Keep the good work. We are receiving it as you have promised. Keep the good work. Go on. Things are happening. Soonest, few weeks from now, heaven will touch this ground. And people will see a change that will make them celebrate us more than ever. Thank you for listening. And goodbye.
All right. Thank you very much, brother, for your wonderful contribution. Without wasting much of the time, who is the next to speak here? Mazi Goswill. I think you have been here. Mazi Goswill, can you unmute yourself and speak to us? Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, opportunity. Am I coming out clear?
Yes, loud and clear. Go ahead and speak.
Okay, anyway, just like our brother said, I don't think there is any much thing to say that people have not said here so far. Just that for me, what I'm going to say is this. I'm very happy for the awareness that we are creating so far. Sorry for the noise around. I'm at the bus stop. I'm boarding a vehicle. A lot of our people have issues, and the issues they have is lack of knowledge of history. And this lack of knowledge of history has caused a very big problem. When you try to tell them things they ought to know, they argue you. They argue so hard and you'll be confused. And, most times when I think about it, I say, well, they don't know history. And because they don't know their history, that is why nothing you tell them makes sense to them. So I even decided to apply a new method. Whenever we are talking, I try my possible best to make sure I cite dates of events and occurrences for them to be able to make reference to. And also urge them to go out there and, investigate themselves for them to be able to come out with the facts, which will now enable them to have a comprehensive idea of, whatever you're telling them. And this issue I'm talking about, those who will call the celebrities are not exempted. majority of them, had a God-gifted talent. They were able to put up their talent, whatsoever, they have as gift. But the fact that you are quite educated, or the fact that you have this talent, does not also exempt you. Because for you to pass an exam, you have to be in class. So what you don't know is bigger than you, like our brother always says. So, this is the struggle ahead. We will put our possible best. We'll try to do the best we can and leave the rest for God. So I so much thank everyone who is here. Like I said, so many people have spoken my mind already. In fact, I'm even lacking what to say. And that is it's a plus for our own end, which shows that a lot of us are fully aware and we know what we are doing. Thank you, Muchineke. I'll draw the mic here.
Okay, thank you very much for your contribution, Boswell. That's a very nice one. This is our top brother. So thank you very much. Please, who is next to speak? Mouthpiece, can you unmute yourself and speak to us about the topic?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yes, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, the wonderful host and co-hosts, and all my wonderful people here. I'd say senior man just took words from my mouth. These people they call celebrities. I call them yeye British. I tell you. When some of these politicians or political parties, give them nwajai, that is small coins, they just come out and open their smelly mouth and start talking rubbish, and then they sell their birthrights for this cause Nigeria. Sometimes I just ask myself, are these people really Biafran? Are they really Biafran Igbos? Look at P Square. Look at Yul Edochie. Look at this guy, is it KNK? What is he called? That just start talking rubbish, talking about election. These people that I thought that will be speaking up for Marvin Nnamdi Kanu, who is suffering, who his parents died for us. What is wrong with our so-called yeye British? I call them yeye British. What is wrong with these Igbo actors and actresses? Sometimes I feel so ashamed because some of them I've met. And I feel so ashamed that they can open their mouth and talk the rot they talk online. Just for what? Because you are so afraid of being killed. You are so afraid from where your bread is being buttered. People sell their birthrights just because of few coins. People are no longer contented with what they have. Sometimes I say to myself, oh my God, where are the Igbos of my fathers? The Biafrans of my fathers? Because we don't have none anymore. I was brought up and nurtured to be like a Biafran, to talk like a Biafran and be proud Biafran. But all these people that we see these days are just, I don't know how to define them. I don't know how to really talk about them. I can't qualify anything about them. They are just like, if we call them Almajiris, they are the Almajiris we have. All these people they say they are celebrities. They're not celebrities, they're Almajiris. They are beggars because when they give them some of the political parties or these, because we see them on television, you think they are all high and mighty. They are nothing. They are nothing. It is just because we see them on television and then they feel they have arrived, and then these politicians, we give them some money and they come out and start opening their mouth and start talking rubbish. How can you sell your birthright because of what? I feel so ashamed to even say that they are Igbos just like me. Please, let me just yield the mic for now and listen, and then I can talk some more later. Thank you guys so much for this wonderful job all of us are doing. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, one that you have spoken like a lioness. I have a mama wine. People that will be telling us rubbish. Photo. So thank you very much for your contribution. Yes, this campaign is not ending today, of course, and we are going to take it in all grounds, like in this media. If you are not with us, if you cannot beat us, you join us. And I know this has been our modus operandi, the way IPOB has been, functioning. There is no battle we move into that we don't win. We must force them to begin to speak out or begin to see themselves as outcasts, because you cannot claim to be Igbo and you are keeping quiet when your people are dying. No. So that is why I will take this opportunity to advise everybody here. Please appeal to you to follow our page, Biafran Writers of Conscience, because this space will be hosting it twice in a week, like Tuesdays and Sundays. And by the grace of God, in this space now we are here now. The dragon may join us soon. I don't know, but he may join. So please, who is the next to speak? Maze, Mr. Says, do you have anything to say? You mute yourself and speak. Okay, he's not there. If I knew more, please unmute yourself and speak.
Thank you, my brother, Biafra Writers and Aris. Thank you so much for this wonderful space and the topic. God bless us all. Everything everybody's putting to make sure that the quest for Biafra is achieved. I want to thank, I see my brother, Raf Ajay. God bless you. My peace. God bless you. Justice. I see every one of us here, Sense, Mr. Sense, and Chukwuka Dibia. I have something to say on this topic. This topic is very sensitive. That says the nonchalant attitude of Igbo celebrity towards ordeal of the Igbos. One thing is, there's this mentality on our people. Asị na ọkwa fụrụ ebe a na-abọ ọgọ na-achị ọchị maka na ọ mahụ nọ etu esi abọ ọkwa, etu esi abọ ọkọ ka esi abọ ọkwa. Ndị be anyị nwere this mentality of eburu ozu onye ọzọ ọ dịka okwu nkụ ka ebu. When another man's dead body is being carried, it will seem to some people as a log of wood. That is the problem of our people. And another thing among these celebrities and the actors is that some of these people has become a money laundering machine to some politicians. Are you getting me? It's just the same crime, the same clutches of chain that is holding the politicians, that they cannot speak out on the ordeal that is being meted on the Igbos, on our long time suffering, on the long time pain that have been meted against us. It's the same thing that is holding these politicians, is the same thing that is holding these people. Why they cannot speak? Because the person you want to speak against has given you money to launder for him. Because as a celebrity, you have a platform now, people knows you. So when you come to the airport, they will not check you. The airport management or security men will not check you the way they check the ordinary person. Are you getting me? So they use this now as a leverage. As a leverage. Instead of that, their platform that God have elevated them. Because I want to say that any level you get in life, God said that, the Bible said that you cannot have anything unless it's been given to you from above. Are you getting me? In as much as there are other people that soil their hand just to get to where they are. But that place you are, what are you using the platform that God has given to you to do? Many people are using their platform to propagate the ordeal of their people. There's no level an Israelite will get to, and he will see what is the ordeal, the pains that is being meted to the Israelites, that he will not use his platform or her platform to propagate and tell the whole world, look at what we are going to, look at what our people are going to. But these people have been corrupt even before they amount to something. That's why they cannot speak. Because the platform which they will stand to speak have been corrupted already. So they have to kill on the line and dance to the tune. Because they said if you cannot beat them, you join them. So that's why if you ask them, that's a day, okay, Bakassi want to speak something about what is happening in Igbo. He was going around the circle. He was just going, I was watching, he was just going around the circle. He cannot make a simple, you know the problem of Nigeria, but you still think that the corrupt system can produce something that is incorrupt. It doesn't happen anywhere. Every fruit is known by its seed. And this is what our people have failed to understand, that there's nothing you will do. There's no way you will put it. If you like, as a celebrity, you do whatever you want with your platform, but the day the Fulani will capture you, they will not know that you're a celebrity. Maybe the same people that gave you money to launder will be the ones that will send them to capture you. And when they capture you, the same people will give them information of the amount of percentage you've been getting from the money you're laundering for them. And you vomit it that day. If you're unlucky, Nigeria will happen to you. This is the situation. So all these people, for them to speak on the pain and the long time suffering of Ndigbo, that person must be a person that is abstained, separated from among these people. But those people that Nigeria has made, all the politicians and celebrities, Nigeria made them. So they can't speak against that institution that made them. That's why all of them are running away from the question of Biafra, Biafra, anything that has to do Biafra with the Biafra. All of them are running away from it. Because they don't want to say anything that will offend the Biafrans. And they don't want to say anything that will offend Nigeria government that is giving them money. So this is the situation on ground. Any one of them that come out today to say, okay, that what Nigeria is doing, that Nigeria is a corrupt system, that Nigeria is a corrupt system, that person will be held. Every platform that person is speaking from, that person will be displatformed. They will remove the platform from him. They will go after him because they now know that this person will now use the platform he has because the world is listening to that person. Just for example, now this guy come out tomorrow, Fino come out tomorrow to speak about Biafra. The whole world will listen to whatever he has to say. But can he say it? The answer is no. Because the corrupt system is holding them in a very bad way. So my brothers, we have to do what we have to do and leave these dead men to bury themselves. This is all I can contribute for now. I'll keep listening. Thank you, my brothers, for the wonderful work.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much for that. Yes, you have said the truth. I know that there is nobody that make good or try to make a good impact in Nigeria that will not be attacked. Even if they speak, their platform will be removed from them. It's because we have not spoken in unison. If the celebrities begin to speak out, how many of them always a limit to everything, that when you try to do something and you want to do it with your power as a government, there will be an extent that you do it. And you will not have the power to continue. So must begin to speak out. All of them, when they speak in unison, when this one speak and this one speak, this one, then if a lot will happen. Things can explode. So, but they must start, then the people will queue behind them. It takes nothing for people to love you when you speak for them. That is the major thing. Being celebrity without, compassion does not really worth it. So thank you very much. Who is the next to speak? I don't know. Since I have been in this, I have not really heard Raphael. The last time he spoke, I wasn't hearing him. I don't know if he's still here. He can speak to us, but if he's not, Mazi Solomon, do you want to speak?
I think Mazi Chamaka Jare is still here because we don't have much speakers here now. So if Mazi Chamaka Jare is still active, let him talk to us again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even though I may not be hearing what he's saying. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Someone requested.
It's like Justice cannot hear me. Dean cannot hear me, but
yes, but others are listening to you. So go ahead and speak.
Yeah.
Mazid Justice, Raphael Chamaka is speaking now. So let's give him a chance to speak.
Yeah. Thank you very much, everyone that has spoken. This is a very, very interesting platform and something that should be encouraged to continue. And most of all that have spoken, I wish to even sit down and listen to so many people like there's this brother Simon that spoke. Simon, I really need to, get back to you. There's one reference he made, the reference from Esther, and there's some of these our celebrities have refused to speak out, because you feel, nothing is affecting you really so harshly now because you are in your comfort zone. Remember that when it begins to happen to you, when it begins to happen, you won't be able to escape. And because God has decided to redeem Biafrans, because what is happening to us right now is a divine, encounter. It has been divinely orchestrated that this season we're going to be free. God will definitely raise a redeemer. God will definitely raise saviors from Zion, and you will regret not doing what you needed to have done for your own people, because this time it is very important. Everybody, okay, yeah, I'm actually at work now. That's the problem. At this time of the day, so everybody's input is needed right now. Everybody's input is needed because just little by little, I will continue to speak right now. Especially those of us whose voices are being respected. I want to tell you that any little effort you make to support this movement, you will get a divine push from the Almighty. You might be thinking that if I speak now, they will cancel me, they will blacklist me. I want to tell you, the Bible says in Corinthians, it is not him whom men commend, but him whom the Lord commends. When you join your mouth or you put in your effort for the liberation of God's own people, you will receive a recommendation from the Almighty, and that's the best thing that will ever happen to you, because one with God is majority. Don't if a million of Janjaweed support you, one support from the Almighty will push you to the limit where no man can bring you down. I would recommend that some of us should go online and look for a movie. It is something that happened between 1967, I think 1967, the 6 Days War in Israel. God needed only one Israeli tank that was even malfunctioning, to cause a noise to happen in the camp of the Syrian armies. Against all odds, Israel won a war against 6 Arab nations. It was 6 days. They defeated the armies of Egypt. Egypt had the best air bombardments in that region, but Israel defeated all of them. It took them just 6 days. Why? Because heaven got their back. We have the backing of heaven, And this is a time when you, as a celebrity, should come up and do something because you are needed now. It's not as if God cannot do it without you, but it is better you get involved, because if you do not get involved, God will give us that rescue. God will give us that redemption anyway, but you will have yourself to blame, because that redemption will come from God in one way or the other. But you will pay the consequences of ignoring the people of God when it mattered most. Thank you very much, every one of us that are here. Please, if you haven't shared this space, make well to share it so that those that didn't join us live will listen to it later, because I've listened to some interesting speeches today, which I thank God that I am alive today to witness this particular movement. This is the best time to be alive, and we are going to make history, believe me. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, our brother Mazi Raphael Chamakajari. Thank you. Mazi Dim Justice, Mazi Chamakajari is done with his speech, so I don't know. Somebody you pointed before to talk to us. Okay, Mazi Success is back. Mazi Success, do you have something to say? Just unmute yourself and talk to us.
I don't think success is there. Who everybody here has spoken. Unless if you still want to speak, while we wait for others to request, you can unmute yourself and speak. Then, if you have not spoken and you want to speak, request.
Yeah, go ahead and speak.
Okay, thank you so much, Mars. I just wanted to add to the great submission that have been made so far. Every area have been touched, and I want to say that the celebrities that are on ground, or the Igbo celebrities that are on ground, that I feel like their life will be threatened, more especially because the conquering method that the zoo have adopted, which is using violence. Using violence against anybody that try to speak against them, try to antagonize their jihadist movements. So I think it's more of the reason why some of them are trying to pitch tents around, coward P2B, to have P2B as a safe haven. Probably if P2B gets there, which he will never get there, in as much our freedom is already inscripted in gold. So we will never get there, because our freedom will come first. If you want to rule, if you find it where to act relevant or act to be on top, let him join us in our own land. So in that very zoo, we won't join him this very year. So he will go there alone and come back in shame, because we will have our victory celebrated and he will have his head bent in shame. So, and all those weapons and the strategy of violence that the Fulani jihadists are adapting. So we are not going to be moved. But however, if the celebrities think that their life is threatened, if they want to speak up openly, then they should find a way of aligning secretly, because even in the land of Israel, sometimes it's not everybody that goes to war. The prophets divinely, in so many cases, select those that will be on the front line, whose their destiny is in line or in tandem with the cause of the day. Those who God's hands is already upon them, to fight for the victory of the others. So they may be celebrity for just for social media, but before God, they are very, very lightweight. They can't move anything tangible, for the freedom of their people. So in the category of the victorious soldiers, God do not have them enlisted. And that is why they will remain cold. They won't be hot when expected to be hot, because it's not in their destiny to make that very impact, to write that very history. So I appreciate the soldiers, the warriors that have already stood their ground, whom God have chosen, and we have many of them here, and we have many of them on ground, and we have many of them, overseas. It's just like an illustration of the head being the land, and we have nose, and we have the eye, and we have the mouth, and we have the ear. So all of them function and also excel because the head is still up there, because the head is not being conquered, because the head have not decayed. So, and if somebody is hitting the head and is paining the head, which one will speak, will be noticed on time to complain or to act in respect or in protection of the head, or to speak for the head, is the mouth. The mouth has the voice. The mouth will speak. The nose may be running, but its observation may not be as effective or as powerful as the mouth. The ear may be feeling it, wishing to act, but it can't be effective as the mouth. The eye will be shedding tears, but it can't be effective as the mouth. So many of us that are overseas are like the mouth. So we are the mouth. We are going to be speaking, acting for ear, and for the nose, who is only running, but though is important to the head. Ear is also important to the head, but they are not effective as the mouth. So they are brothers and sisters that are overseas, so are our mouths. So even the celebrities are depend on them. They are depend on them. Sometimes we may even not know that they are happy when the people overseas are speaking for them, because they being on ground, they are caged. They are being caged with this, with the spirit of fear. Talk will kill you, and nobody will fight for you. Nobody will ask of you. So they are depending on the voice of those who are overseas to speak for them, to fight for them. So, and why we are looking at them, that they have platform, they have money, but those things they have is nothing. They are living in fear. So that is why we should just not give them much attention, because they are already caged in fear. So the jihadist Fulanis have already caged them in fear, and that is why they are acting the way they are acting. But however, God will use the mouth, which is those mouths that He have already positioned in overseas, and all the the media warriors and those ones who are on ground, who are the true divine soldiers, will definitely fight for our freedom, and God will give us victory. At the end of the day, we will say, thank God we take the step, just like the leopard. In the scriptures, they said, if we stay here, we will die. If we go to the camp of the enemies, if we confront the enemies, we will also die. So they decided, they said, it is better that we even confront the enemies. If we die, we die. And to God be the glory. They took a step, and God went before them and gave them victory. And they look at it now. The lepers, they are the one that brought good news to the able men, people that people we are seeing as the able men in the camp of the Assyrians. The able men, the able men in the Israel, and the king, all the warriors, even in the camp, the soldiers, were caged in the city with hunger, languishing in hunger and death, dealing with them. But the lepers, who decided that no, we have to move. If we die, we die. If we perish, we perish. They were the one that God used their foot to bring victory to those ones that are caged. So sometimes we'll be looking at people who we think that they should be the one to front. And God will be looking at us and say, oh no, you don't know the game. You don't know how I divinely program everything. These ones are cowards. These ones, don't just look at them. They are just fat idiots. So the words you see with them is just wealth with idiots. They can't act with it. But I know how I'll bring the victory. I'll use the commoners, the people they look down on, to bring that very victory. And to God be the glory. Those who they say that they were nobody later became somebody today of reckon, and the history is already, being made. And finally, we'll have our victory. So let's keep the fire burning. Those who God have called and those whose God have already placed hand on their shoulders and said, you are the chosen ones. Let's keep the fire burning because the victory is already here. God bless us all in Jesus' name. Amen.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Says, unmute yourself and speak.
All right. Good day, Biafrans. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, go on.
All right. Let me just start by taking our minds back to a broadcast our leader, Martin Nnamdi Kanu, did some years ago. I think he posted on his page then on Facebook. There are these 3 celebrities he posted. He posted Flavor, he posted Fino, he posted Frederick. 3 of them. What he captioned it was Omunem. That's how he wrote them. Even in the Holy Scriptures we read, he said, you don't say you are my own if you are doing something that is contrary to what I believe in or what I want. So the truth is this. People don't know what is greatness. They don't know what is freedom. Some are born to do this. Some will fall by the wayside. We understand. We understand the hostility of the state we are in, the Nigerian state. We understand. But I want to tell you that there's a man they call John Lennon. For those who are well-aged, they will know the person I'm talking about. He's a legend. I don't think any celebrity in Nigeria has done what the guy has done globally. But when he saw the picture of the children that were being starved in Biafra land, he concluded that there is no God. In fact, he returned the award given to him by the British Empire. Then, now, there is Bruce Merock, a young man who set himself ablaze. You see, when we use the word celebrity, people don't understand that when you say you're a celebrity, it means there is something to celebrate you about. There is something, there is a platform, there is a vacuum you are fulfilling. That's how a celebrity is not to wear earrings and smoke marijuana. And maybe do some kind of, no, that's not being celebrity. Are you more celebrity than Chinua Achebe, who returned the honor given to him by Nigeria? That's what it means to be a celebrity, my brother. So when I hear these people talk, is it because you did one track and it's trending? You are making few millions and nobody should block your way. Listen, when it matters most, that's when men come out. These people I called now, assuming maybe the likes of, all of them, assuming even if they don't come out openly, there's a way they can do it and support what we are doing. And I want to tell you, money is not everything. Those who think they can, maybe because of 1 or 2 change they are getting, just keep quiet. No problem. They are killing your brothers. But when time comes, I tell people something. When Biafra comes, what will matter is the content of your character. Not that you have been this in Nigeria. Whatever you have been in Nigeria, maybe due to fraud. You see the exposition that Odogwu is doing every day. He's talking about the fraud that is being celebrated in Nigeria. When we get to Biafra, there has to be some level of sanity, even among the so-called celebrities. So we are getting there. So when we talk about celebrities, I don't want to really promote these guys, but I'm trying to tell us that being a celebrity, for me to call a celebrity, there has to be that atom of greatness. There is something that you have done that generations to come, we say, yes, he did well, she did well. So let me stop here for now. Thank you very much. I appreciate the good work you guys are doing.
All right. Thank you for your contribution. Please, Mazi Chukwuka Dibia, unmute yourself and speak.
Yeah, good day from here. Everyone from Biafran, the host, and Arinze, and everyone who has spoken. Just for your information, I was supposed to have a space that clashed. I think it wasn't intentional. Biafran writers of conscience, it wasn't intentional. It was just a coincidence. So justice brought it to my attention. Justice fairness. You know, it says I should put it off, which I, happily did. You know, with all my heart. So I've been listening for the last 2 hours 27 minutes. Because sometimes it's good to listen. You know, especially when I'm going to be having mine after this, hopefully, before Simon comes, even if it's an hour. So based on this topic, there's not much to add, but something, icing on the cake. I'm going to add an icing on the cake because the cake has already been baked. Everyone that spoke well, and everyone that contributed well, and the two hosts, hosted it well. So my own addition, without taking too long, because I'm very conscious of time. I don't like to speak too long. With these guys, there's a guy called Manigo, he uses a slang called intellectuals and belelectuals. The celebrities are belelectuals. They're proving it. It's a fact. No one needs to tell them, remind them, or advise them what to do. If you want to support Biafra, of course, you're not stupid. It's like those of them who have extramarital affairs. You don't tell your wife you're going to go and meet a concubine. You know what to do. The IPOB in USA, if you don't want to do it online, you can call them. A third party, a trusted person can pass funds. But my message to all these intellectuals, celebrities, because that's what they are. They've proven so far that their belly is more important than our freedom. My message to them, I know Simon has done a brilliant job on it, raising the awareness. So they know, they are aware of everything we're saying, but we keep talking. So my message to them, short and simple. If you don't go behind closed doors, Simon and also our leader said that your confidentiality will be assured. They say that over and over. They're going to keep it, confidential. If you don't go and support, when the time comes, after Biafra is realized, because with or without you, just like Mazin Nandekano said, with or without the saboteurs or whoever, Biafra will come. So my message, just two things. One message is, this is the 11th hour. It's 45 days to go. Not 45 months. Not 1 year, not 2 years. Not 6 months. 45 days to go. It's never too late. Go. If you're a celebrity, we're not asking you to be an activist. Miriam Makeba, all those guys, like those who have spoken. You don't ask somebody to be an activist. You don't ask somebody to be a freedom fighter. It is something from the bottom of your heart. So this is for those few of you, because most of you are not going to listen to it. Go and redeem yourself and behind the scenes and try and support. So when Biafra comes, you will have the evidence to say, I sent $1 million. I sent $500,000 secretly, and they will respect you. If not, all your celebrity nonsense, because as far as we are concerned now as freedom fighters, it's all nonsense now. We come to naught. And if this escalates, which it will, because I grew up in the north, the Fulanis don't listen to diplomacy. They don't come to round table. They like to fight. And if this escalates to that investment in Abuja, those are investments in wherever they are, well, it's not a threat, will not be spared. Not by us. It's the same Fulanis that you're scared of that will destroy them. Or we confiscate them. The same Fulanis. And finally, let me just add something, because a lot of this said this was a very wonderful program. That's why, I mean, if I knew that it was coming, I wouldn't even, contemplate on having a space today. This is massive. So one more thing I will add to those sticking to the point. Remember, the Fulanis, or those of you who are talking about OB and all that stuff, you're playing a dangerous game. You are trying, knowingly and unknowingly, trying to derail or delay our freedom. Those are our mothers, those are our wives, our daughters, who were raped, who were killed, beheaded. You don't care. You want to be like MNK said, like our spokesperson said, we're going to drag all of you to this. The host, Biafran Writers of Conscience, and I raise it. Let me leave it here because let me save it because everything has been said. Thank you for giving me that privilege to at least add something, the icing on the cake that was so massive cake today. Thank you for this program. May God bless you.
Mazi, I don't know if you're speaking now. We are not hearing you.
Sorry?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, your voice is coming out now. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Please, I'm Rising Sun, unmute yourself and speak. I don't know if your network is good because you have been going off and on. Rising Sun, unmute yourself and speak. If you are not ready, Justice can speak again before other people.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. This is wonderful. You guys are doing great. And it's nice that we are coming together and hosting this space all the time. And people are responding. For them to understand that what we are doing is not a joke. A few years back, maybe if you tell some people that we'll get to this point, they will not believe. But thank God today, we are here. And I want to encourage everyone that have taken this stand of truth to continue this job. No matter the little you are doing, I'm telling you, it's paying. Because when you look at this evil contraption called Nigeria, and you analyze it, I made a post where you see some of these celebrities. I was shocked that somebody like Uche Jumbo was celebrating that she got American passport. How much does it take you to get American passport? And what does it take you to get American passport? Which when Biafra come, our passport it may be more valuable than American passport. Because most of us who have American passport today, we are suffering depression. Why are we suffering depression? Because American passport will not take it away from you. Because there's nothing like happiness. There's nothing like you are in your home. There's nothing like you are guaranteed that you fight for this place and you are in possession of what belongs to you. So when you see some of our people celebrating those things, you laugh. Even the celebrity, some of them, they are preaching P2B. They are preaching Nigeria go better. They are preaching P2B is coming. They are preaching the new Nigeria they are going to take back. But behind it, a lot of them are trying to get dual citizenship in all over the places. And if you know what people go through just to get this dual citizenship, everybody who live abroad knows. So don't be discouraged, because when you see them, you think that they are better than you. They are not. Some of them are empty. You have more content than them. But just because you have choose to stand on the side of the truth. It makes it looks like, oh, everybody is against you. You know what you want. Because if we have Biafra, I tell you, those passports will be nothing for us. Have you seen any American celebrating getting Nigerian passport? Have you seen any British celebrating getting Nigerian passport? You will not see that. So when you see our own celebrities celebrating that they get American passport, it is a shame. It's a shame. And I also I said, most of us today that are fighting for Biafra, at one point, some of us are one Nigerianist. Some of us have lost money because we have choose to fight for Biafra. Somebody like Nnamdi Kanu is an example. Can you quantify what he have lost today? Even his life is online as we speak now. Is he Mazen Simon Eba? He has represented Nigeria in so many places. He won trophies for Nigeria. Even his own is that he even make it as a policy that when he was Igbo chairman, he told them nobody should come and bring your flag of Biafra. But today, he's the face of the struggle. What does that tell you? So when we are not telling people your life depends on this Biafra, I have been to so many countries. I have been in Asia. I have been in Europe. I have been in America. And they have taught me that there's nothing like freedom. There's nothing like your home. It doesn't matter what it costs you. So when you see them with the excuse that, oh, even some of them accuse us that you don't have anything in Nigeria. That is why you are talking about Biafra. Some of them will accuse you that you don't even have a house. You don't even have property. And I will look at them. Some of our brothers who live in Lagos and live in the northern part of Nigeria, some of them, what do they have? Because you build one duplex in Okokomaiko and you have one tiny camera light, then you now want your people to suffer. Because you have a brothel in Sabongeri, now you want your people to suffer. But Ojukwu sacrificed his father's wealth. I was in a space where they are reading about the starvation of Biafrans. And do you know how much Ojukwu used in landing in Ivory Coast? It was only $100. Even in the French country thinking that Ojukwu was hiding money somewhere in Europe or in Switzerland, till they found out that this man have nothing anywhere. He sacrificed everything that he have. When he landed in Ivory Coast, all he have is $100. So most of us have something that we don't care. Most of us have something in Lagos, in Abuja, we don't care. Like Nnamdi Kanu said once, do you know if I'm a Panwai Tapa in my village, I'll be a more happy man than the situation I find myself. The day Dele Momodu asked him, are you alive? He asked him a kind of question. He said, what I'm living is not a life. All of us are abroad. This thing we are living is not a life. We are dead men. And he said, the only day he'll be alive when Biafra is restored and Biafra decide to appreciate him for what he does. That is when he know that he's alive. I'm telling you, all of us that have run away from Nigeria, we are not alive. Because your children might not come back home again. When you have children, they cannot come home. They will even come back from school and tell you, Daddy, do you hear that so things are going on in Nigeria? Do you want to live that kind of life? Some of them would think that you don't have, So when the celebrity come and give us that excuse of, oh, my platform, what I have, they have nothing. You think they have something? When they get sick, they come to public to seek for fund. When they have one problem, but those problems they are coming for public to seek for fund. Most of us have it, and we deal with it our own, which we that are not celebrities. So everybody should understand. Don't let anyone discourage you. Not the celebrity, not the politician, not even your family members. What you are doing, like Nnamdi Kanu will say, is immortal. It's something that will overlive you. We are talking about Ojukwu today. We are talking about people like what is his name? Power Mike. Remember that it wasn't Power Mike. That's one of Igbo boxer that came back and fought for Biafra. So what are we talking about? There's many examples of people who have fought even when they are celebrities. They fought for their people. It's time all of us rise and fought for each other. But we are not going to be discouraged when people will expect they're supposed to stand up and not standing up. And I thank you, every one of you, all of us here, upon all the attack we are getting from. Even you can see even people that you and them few years back are shouting Biafra or nothing. Today have turned around, even try to betray you. They try to sell you out for you to be killed. In the same struggle we are in. What does that show you? That you are doing the right thing. So I want to encourage everybody. Yeah, it's going to be a long journey. It's not going to be easy. And some people will ask us, this Biafra you are fighting, how is it going to look like? I told them one thing. I said, we are not saying we get Biafra today, you will become a Dorado. You will become like America or Europe. No. We're going to have our issues and our problem trying to fix this country and make it work. But one thing Biafra will solve as soon as Biafra is restored is self-preservation. Biafra will be able to save the life of our children. Our children will not be killed in the farm. Our mothers will not be killed in the farm. They will not be killed on their way to work. That's the first thing we're going to achieve with the Biafra. We're going to secure our people, preserve their lives. Then they will sit down and plan the kind of economy they want to build. That's one thing everybody should have in mind. For whatever that is happening now, don't be afraid. It's just a matter of time. At the end of the day, we all sit like this. We all be like this. And we're going to shout and discuss how we made it. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, my brother. And I would like some of the people that have not spoken before to at least speak. I want Ifeanyi to unmute yourself and speak. After you, then Nnamdi Daniel is joining. Okesin is joining. Eliza Osondu or something is joining. So please, I want people that have not spoken to speak before I will give mic to Mouthpiece and others that have been speaking before. So Ifeanyi unmute yourself and speak. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother Arinze, for the opportunity given me again to air my view on this wonderful topic of the ordeal of the Igbos in Nigeria, the oppression that the Igbos have to endure for a very long time, seeking a way of escape, and how our people are handling it, because we have to generalize this particular topic. It's not the only celebrities that are mute on this particular quest for freedom. Most Igbo people are mute because of the position they find themselves in Igbo land or in Biafra land.
Yes, sorry for interrupting you, but today the topic is just for celebrities. We want to discuss about the celebrities first, then before going to other people. You understand? So we want to focus on the celebrities for today. Thank you very much.
Let me speak on the topic. So on the celebrities, if you look at the life of, I will use an example of Saul, the life of Saul in the Bible, to give an example of what the celebrities are and their position on our struggle. If you look at the life of Saul before he was king, Saul was handpicked by God when the children of Israel needs a king. And one of the qualities that Saul possessed is not that Saul possesses leadership quality, no. Saul, the description that was given about Saul is that Saul was tall and handsome and good looking. That was one of the qualities that was given about Saul. Not that Saul had any other intellectual capability to lead the children of Israel, but for the fact that Saul is tall and handsome, he was made king over the children of Israel. And God gave him a simple tax against the children of against the children of Amalekites. And what did Saul do? Saul went there. The instruction was kill everything that is breathing in that land, both the animals, both human beings and the beast. Kill everything. And Saul went there and pitied the king, and pitied some animals that has a fat in them. To him, he wants to reserve all these things to himself, and to bring the king alive to show the children of Israel that he have captured the king of the Amalekites. But the instruction was kill everything. And when God came to instruct to correct him on the mistake that he have made, flaunting the order that God, express order that God gave to him, Saul could not yield to the warning of Samuel. What Samuel did when Samuel confronted him and asked him, he sacrificed when he said he wants to use all these animals to sacrifice to God. Samuel asked him a simple question: is obedience not better than sacrifice? Saul was there, and God went to the family of Jesse. There's a drama that happened in that period. When Samuel came to the family of Jesse to pick another king that will succeed Saul, Jesse had to line up his children, tall and handsome like Saul. Someone will see the elderly one and say, he must be this one because of his goodness, because of the money he has, because of the influence he has in the society. He must be this one. But when someone wants to anoint the person, God will say, no, it's not this one. Until the 7 sons went by, come up, none of them were chosen. And Samuel wanted to doubt what God said. Does it mean that God didn't know that Jesse didn't have any other son apart from these people that he lined up? You have to ask Jesse, does it mean you don't have any other child? He said that there's this one that is in the bush. Many of us today that is agitating for the quest of Biafra are some of us that doesn't have that influence in the society. Some of us that doesn't have that platform and education, some of us that doesn't have that educational qualification to speak that people will listen to us. Samuel said that none of us is going to sit down until that man that is in the bush will come here. But David in the bush was there. God trained him. David confronted a lot of obstacles in the bush and overcome them. And this is the experience that is needed for the challenges that is ahead of him. Many of us have gone into rigorous ways. Many of us have had to endure some protocols. Because once you're not a Nigerian, you have to endure the protocol, the due process that Nigeria has to offer. And for you to follow a due process in Nigeria, you must wait for a very long time, unless you have a way of helping yourself by being self-employed and work hard to feed yourself and your family. David and his experience helped the children of Israel. Saul has no experience whatsoever. Nothing was recorded about Saul. Saul was sent to look after the sheep of his father that got lost. That is the only thing that was recorded about Saul, and he was made a king on the way. But David had been trained in the bush. He confronted leopard and killed it. He confronted tiger and killed it. And when he now saw Goliath challenging the children of Israel, Saul was there. All these handsome people and educated men were there. All these celebrities are there. And Goliath was speaking ill for more than a month and for more than 3 months to the children of Israel. That where are your 100 men? Bring them. I want to see the men of Israel. Does it mean Israel don't have any man that will come and confront me? This is the question the Fulani Caliphate and British and the world at large have been asking Biafrans. Where are your men? When is that time that is written in the scripture that the whole world is waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God? Where are these people that the world have been waiting for, earnestly waiting for? This question was asked in the camp of the Israelites, and everybody, the soldiers with arms and ammunitions, were keeping mute until David came to feed his brothers that is in the battlefield. And he asked to go. And he brought the Goliath down. Just like Martin Nnamdi Kanu marched out and said that in one of Nnamdi Kanu's speech, he said that this suffering is too much. That the shame is too much. We have to stand up and take it on these people head on. And that is why we are here. Many of us are risking our families. Many of us, my line, everything has been tracked. I have to be checking my phones every now and then to decode whatever they are using to track my line. But you know these things, we are not going to be deterred, because the first day that I accepted to join this struggle in 2017, I know that there's death in it. When we are here, when our people are being killed in more. But these people are afraid of death because they have not been chosen. So these celebrities shouldn't be our headache because they have not been chosen. There's nothing they can do. They can only act like Saul. That is the best they can do. Coming out in the battlefield and keeping mute, being afraid of this Goliath killing him. Because had even Saul knows that there's God in heaven that has chosen him and anointed him to be a king, he will confront Goliath and know that this God, he has not abandoned him, that is still with him, that he will help him to defeat this Goliath. To confront the oppressors of our people. They don't have it. And those people that came out when David went out, marched out, no soldier followed David. They were all looking at David to be scattered, for David to be teared apart. Then they will laugh. That them that are soldiers, they come out, is this small boy. Just like they've been calling our leader small boy. Not until now, that is now done on them that this guy can never be underestimated. That this Nnamdi Kanu mean business. That Simon Ekpa mean business. That these 100 men and these media warriors, that they mean business. That they are not here to trade Biafra for anything. That they are not here to trade Biafra for dollars. They are not here to trade Biafra for houses in overseas. That they are not here to trade Biafra for any position, political position. That they are not here to trade Biafra for anything that you can think of. That they are here to get Biafra. And the Biafra is what they need. That is why everybody is now running helter-skelter, looking for what to do to calm the situation down. It's because these 100 men that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been crying for, not celebrities. 100 men that had Biafra in their heart. 100 men that will look over everything, ethnic possessions, and said, if I perish, I perish. If I survive, I'll survive. But my quest and my destination is Biafra and nothing else. And those men are here. That's why they are now looking for Nnamdi Kanu to come out. They kidnapped him and thought that Biafra, when they kidnap him, every other person will go his business. And the celebrities will be doing a joke for them. They'll be cracking joke. Had they been that Simon Ekpa and these media warriors, these 100 men didn't come out, just give it 2 years after the election, they will use Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB to do joke. They will use Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB to act him. They will use Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB to crack joke in their stages. Because they will know by then that we have failed. But because we have not failed and never going to fail till Biafra come, they can never crack joke with us in their stages. So these people are not the men that we are looking for. The men that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is looking for, and Biafra needs to confront the Goliath, Fulani, and in extension, Britain. They are here. And our destination is Biafra. And if you stand on our way, the thunder of God will bulldoze you out until we get to where we are going. The head of Goliath is what we need. And we have it on our hand. We have the head of Goliath in our hand. The Philistines, the uncircumcised Philistines, can no longer
have stronghold in our life and our families and in our Biafra land. Thank you, my people, for the good work. Anytime that we are here, let's come up. Once you see a DM, if you have a small chance, come up and speak and contribute. You might deliver one soul that day. This is gospel. Truth is gospel. And Bible said that you will know the truth. And it's only that truth you know will set you free. Thank you, my people. Thank you for the good work. Arinze and the host. May God bless us all. Thank you. I submit.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. You have spoken well, Ifeanyi Nwora. Thank you very much for this wonderful presentation. And what you said is exactly the fact. Okay? Yes. Yeah. What you said is the truth, nothing but the truth. I really appreciate you. Without wasting much of the time, I want those who have not spoken before to speak, but please, bear with me just for a few minutes, and Chinemerem, just wait for me for a few minutes. Let's Peace quickly drop something so that you people can have the opportunity to speak to us, please. I beg of you. Thank you very much. Mouthpiece, please quickly pushing something. I know you have said something before, but make it snappy so that others can speak. Thank you.
Thank you, Arinze, my brother. I'm not going to take much of your time. I just want to reiterate something. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, because I know sometimes Twitter will take me off after.
On air in the next 2 minutes, please. I don't know how we're going to do it. We're going to be on air on Enter Biafra in the next 2 minutes by 3 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'll be quick.
Okay, in that case, we'll be ending this space in the next 10 minutes. So everybody just have just 1 minute to contribute so that we close it down and join him. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, my dear friend, that has my brother. Look, I'm not saying much, anyways. I just want to reiterate something. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay. You see, the thing is, I have been threatened severally from P2B's followers, from our own DOS followers, and many others, So, but the only thing I always tell them is that I'm already dead. So how can you kill a dead person again? I'm dead already. So you don't scare me, because I have already embraced death. So whatever you do, it doesn't scare me at all. I welcome it, and I love to die again. So, anyways, you see, some of these bitches that we've been discussing here, I sent them direct messages to contact our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa, to support Biafra. And I also advise them that they should not speak out, because social media doesn't forgive or forget. Yeah, it's better for them to lie low, But some of them, like Joseph Okechukwu and Kanayo and the P Square and the rest of them, like even area father that I call area boy, they push them to come out and speak, because they feel that their followers love them, and those of us who watch Nollywood movies, we love them, so they will listen to them. But they forget that when Biafra spirit enters you, nothing can stop you from whatever you're doing. And like one of our brothers has already spoken, these Yeye are not the 100 men our leader Martin Nnamdi Kanu have been calling for. They are not. They are just chaff. It's just because you see them on television and all that. And sometimes some of them I know, they have nothing. They're just on TV showing off, but they don't have nothing. So it's some of these things our spokesperson Mazi Simon Ekpa has been saying, that even Ghana A friend of mine sent it to me that Ghana now have started that, whatever you are getting from their gold and all that, you must contribute 20%. You must send 20% of your tax to the federal government, because they want to bring the dollar down, because they want to start using their own currency. This is what people are learning from Biafra. So please, I am urging everyone to stand firm and keep doing what we are doing, because look, a lot of countries will learn from Biafra. What we are doing, believe me, people are learning and people are listening. So please, my people, please don't forget to follow the host and the co-host, because they are doing wonderfully well. And I thank every one of you again. Thank you so much. And forget about the Yeye British. They are not the 100 men we are looking for. Forget them. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much for that. While we about to conclude, we give the mic to Okesin. Please, you just have 1 minute to contribute, and after that, the last person speaks and we end the space. Thank you. Okesin, are you there? Please unmute yourself and speak.
Thank you very much. Am I clear, please?
Loud and clear.
Oh, yeah, thank you, my brother. It's unfortunate that I haven't got much time again to elaborate more on the issue at stake. But let me try as quick as I can. So, my brother, the problem, what we are having, that is presently as regards the topic, these people are non consequential. In fact, I don't even like to call them leaders or whatever they may wish to be tagged. These people are the cause of our problem presently. If you can remember, what we are suffering from today, the bad influx in our agitation started from the moment these people entered the NSAS, that's a scenario. That was when they destroyed everything. It was their involvement from that onset that changed the face of NSAS, and that was what stopped everything. That is positively about that. That is successful. So everything about them is non-consequential. Again, P2B. The one they call himself a P Square or whatever, they are just misleading their followers. They are only after their selfish interest and stomach infrastructure, nothing else. How can you tell me that there is somebody like a Peter P Square will ban people from entering his place simply because they did not possess a PVC, that is a card? Is that not madness? The other time I was listening to Nyanwood, one of his address in London, one of the EDGs or whatever. He was ranting here and there how he will kill a fellow Igbo man because he is an agitator and safeguarding a Fulani man. Is such a person who you call your leaders? Are such men to be called our leaders? Ike Ekweremadu, for example, some time ago, a pregnant woman was butchered, killed in his constituency. Ike Ekweremadu said nothing in the Senate, did nothing in the Senate. The next week, he jumped into a plane to go and celebrate New Yam Festival in Germany. Such are your celebrities, your leaders. They are leaders, not mine, please. So there's I refuse to call these people. So the moment we succeed in removing our youth from over dependence on these men, that is when the men's agitation will start. Because the problem today is that our youth are still over dependent, worshipping these people, useless of them, many of them without reason. Einstein once said that leadership is the ability to change people's potentials and making them better. Tell me which of these leaders have these qualities, have ever changed any potentiality in any of their use or subjects or whatever and making them better, that is becoming something that's a positive. None. They abuse it, that's a flamboyant in here and there, moving around with 6, 10, 20 bodyguards, military, police, and other. Is that a peaceful country? What one should be proud of? To say you come from this country, if you don't have money again, you cannot move about freely. And people are coming out, worshiping these people, celebrating them, calling them celebrity or whatever. It's not only when you show yourself in Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or wherever. That is what made them a celebrity, nothing else. It's not because not because they have got something in their brains or head. Any reasonable thing. These people are selfish-centered, and they don't care a damn about what happens to the youth, to the poor masses, and should not be regarded as such. My brother, let me just cut it out because I haven't got much time. I would have liked to, or would have loved to elaborate more on today's issue, but I pray I will be available next edition. If I have the opportunity to address the issue, I will be most gladly pleased. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much for your contribution. Yes, you have made some senses there, and this is what we're talking about. So now that we don't have enough time again, Sose said my spokesperson would be live by 3, and this is after 3 already, so we don't have to waste more time. We need to go out there. So, but before we go, like I said, this discussion is not going to end this way. We will continue to touch it, even if gradually, small, little by little. And remember that our leader, there was a time our leader mapped out a Tuesday, every Tuesday, call it IPOP Twitter Tuesday. It will be very, very important that we utilize it and still make it relevant, that every Tuesday we come to Twitter to tell the world that we have some ordeals on our people. So every Tuesday, by the special grace of God, we will always host space. If it's not hosted on this platform, Arize can host, Success can host, but at least there will be space of every Tuesday and every Sunday, at least 2 times a week. Unless there is an emergency things to discuss, then we can come within the week to do it unannounced. But every Tuesday we'll be coming for this live space every Tuesday and Sunday. Thank you very much for your contributions, and I must thank you all that joined. Please, if you have not followed our platform, you have to follow us. Retweet most of the articles we write. We tweet all of them, and it's important that they are retweeted, because the Twitter has been the most powerful tool that we have been using in this struggle to get our plight out there all over the world. Twitter is where the most important people in the world are. At least they are getting the fights, they are getting they are hearing. In as much that we are talking about the celebrities, it just awaken their consciousness, and we'll continue to do something to awaken them. That does not mean we are relaxing on our own. We are doing something and people are seeing it. You can see it, because if it is not important to you, you wouldn't be here. All of us have something important doing, but nothing is more important than freedom, because the person, anybody that is not free is equal to the dead. So there is no need of having life without freedom. It doesn't make sense. So that is why we are here, because we care. We care about the unborn children. Not after I have suffered today, tomorrow my children or we continue to suffer the same fate. It doesn't make sense. We need to stop it now and now. So thank you very much. If you have not followed us, follow us, retweet our tweets, and we move from there till we meet on Tuesday. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, my brother. I don't know, do we still have a little time? Because there is one of our brother here, Chinechirema, have not said anything. Do we still have a little time for him to talk before we end this program?
What will happen is he can speak while I go out and check if Oga is live already. Just you can make it 1 minute. Please let me go and check.
All right, no problem. Okay, quickly, Chinecherem, please unmute yourself and talk to us.
Chinemerem. Hello. Am I
Yes,
coming
go
up?
ahead and speak. Go ahead and speak.
Okay. Good evening, dear friends. Good evening, everybody. My name is Chinemerem. So I'm speaking from India, New Delhi. What I want to say is this is a wonderful topic. This is really, really wonderful. I'm just watching this man K-O-K, Kanayo. This man is really, really funny. Talking about election in this messed up Nigeria. All of them, they are all useless human beings. They are calling themselves celebrities. What have they changed in human life? In those people that are calling themselves Nigerians, or let me say Igbo, ourselves, they are our brothers and our sisters. What have they contributed? What impact have they made in our lives? Nothing. Pete Edochie, all his movies are how to be wicked man, how to act ritual, how to kill people, all those things. Even the legend, our great man, our great hero, Chinua Achebe, because of he played he acted the novel of Chinua Achebe, the drama he wrote, the novel called Things Fall Apart. That was the movie that made Pete Edochie who he is today. And he don't want to emulate the man. He don't want to emulate the same man that made him who he is today. The other day I was listening to him. He was somebody asked him what is his impact, or what do we have to say about Biafra and Nigeria. And he was saying that his problem is that Biafrans should stop fighting for freedom, and they should embrace Nigeria because we don't have land, we don't have sea, that if a war break out today and Nigeria government will block from seaports like Calabar seaport, this and that, then they will kill all of us. We should stop fighting for freedom because we don't have sea. And I was just like, why would this man say we should stop fighting for our Biafra? His son also the same thing. His son Yul Edochie acting nonsense movie, following his father's footsteps. So if so, they all of them are thinking that we are just fighting because we have nothing, that we are not celebrities. That is why we are fighting. But they don't know the people that are behind this Biafra struggle. I wish they know. I wish they know. Well, I will stop here. Our man is Biafra spokesperson is online now. So I will stop here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you all. Thank you all. Mouthpiece, I see your hand. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Please, I think we are going to end this program now and join Mazi Samonekba. So
All right.
maybe next time we can start again. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you for joining as we go. God bless all of you. All hail Biafra.
Mazi Dim Justice, are you there? Just end the program.